Hoonelly. Connor and Tom on the intro.
2 people, 1 intro.
Yeah.
No fate.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a strong start. Keith's in Napa Valley with his girlfriend, gearing up for the big Mean Boys Pacific Northwest run. Oh, shit, guys. August 9th, come out to Portland, Oregon. We're at the Big Legrowski.
A lot
at 10
of
p.m.
Yeah, I'm excited. I handlebar mustaches all around.
Yeah. So I've straight up people just fucking whacked out on cold brew.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, all the other various lukewarm stereotypes about the people of
Hipster
Portland,
mugs.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, put a bird on it.
Yeah, fedoras.
Yeah, if you guys are ready to be taken the fuck down with hot riffs like these, grab a $10 ticket and the link in the show notes, and then Jai Tai in Seattle, Washington.
Heroin.
Friday. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're gonna. I want to try some authentic
bands in the garage.
Seattle heroin. I want to fucking invent a new genre of music while I'm there. I want to meet Frasier. I think I should.
I don't know who
Frasier
is.
He's from the show Frasier Crane.
Oh, I know he had a show.
It's one of the most popular sitcoms of all time.
You're thinking of Bones?
No. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Nothing to do with Bones. I'm pretty sure all character actors and bit parts, walk-on extras included. Nobody from the program Frasier has ever been on the program Bones. Maybe I'm wrong. I would love it if you tweet me some Frasier Bones analysis. But yeah,
it sounds like that would be a name in Bones. I'll be honest, I've never seen Bones, but I know it's a show.
Tom, your preconceived notions of things are puzzling sometimes.
Yeah,
so yeah, come out to those live motherfucking events.
Nothing puzzling that those are going to be great shows.
Oh, dude, Tom.
See,
slick segues.
I've hosted a mic once or twice.
Yeah. I've brought some people up at the Dan Carmen bar before. Yeah. What else is going on? Leave us a review on iTunes. We're only 70 reviews away from our 400 iTunes review goal of doing an interview with Keith's mother.
So get on that shit because I want that interview.
I do too. I mean,
do it for me, if nothing else.
And if you think that I'm not going to make it wildly uncomfortable and just ask if Keith's mom has heard about various
dog stories,
horrible things that have happened in Keith's life, and just ask her what her process was when she was, getting married after a Buca de Beppo incident, then yeah, you are wrong. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's going to be some gotcha. It's going to be some real TMZ shit.
Yeah.
So go.
Hopefully,
leave those
Keith
reviews.
doesn't listen to this episode and know that you might be problematic.
Well, here's another one. Just how about you try to stop me, Keith? How about you do that?
Do it.
Try to stop me.
I support both of you.
Try to stop me from journalism, my life's passion. So yeah, this reviewer writes, Izuni Y, Connor, 5 stars. Stop ripping off Nick Mullen. Hurtful. I got a kick out of that one. So yeah, go leave us a little negative comment or whatever with a 5-star review, and we will really appreciate it.
Or just say good things about me.
Say good things about Tom. I've never received a single complaint about you on the show that wasn't from me.
I've gotten I've gotten stares from people. I know what eyes say.
Oh yeah, we do. Sometimes we do live shows, and they'll be like really excited to see 2 of us, and then they're like, yeah, and Connor, you're also here. There's a few people that just are like, I like 2/3 of the Mean Boys.
Yeah. I wish you. Yeah.
So go leave us a review and fuck with us on Patreon. $5 a month gives you weekly bonus content every Thursday. Another hour of bullshitting with your favorite boys, keeping you company at your factory job or your courier delivery service in Pittsburgh. I like to shout out specific, or is that Philly? I think that was Philly.
That was Philly.
Yeah. I'm going to start shouting out specific people
Love
and
those
their
guys,
jobs, just to freak them out.
Yeah.
If you're if you're, I don't know,
if you're missing a parent in Chicago,
this is where I forget. If you're missing a parent and you're single, Tom has a reputation of dating girls with no dad, and
that's not where this was going.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to get Tom. I'm trying to get you laid, bro. I mean,
this is a weird way to do it.
Keith found love from the podcast.
Look,
if you're a half orphan and you get wet for big, strong 1920s looking athlete guys with one tattoo, and a pretty good Nirvana shirt.
Yeah.
You fucking you slide in the Gas 6's DMs.
This is okay.
Sorry, Tom.
No, that was funny. That was funny.
I was trying to.
And we're funny on Patreon. We got great bonus content every week.
Every time you actually do like a segue,
I'm
or a good
fasting right
segue,
now.
It just fucking kills me because I'm just. It's not that it's never even like you're doing it bad. I'm just surprised. I'm like, usually you're complaining that you don't know what Frasier is, a very ubiquitous sitcom.
I didn't even know it was a sitcom. I thought it was a cartoon. I'm fasting, so I can remember things today.
Yeah, when Tom fasts, he turns into fucking like Reed Richards. He gets so smart.
I'm never gonna forget some of the Patreon episodes we put out. There was a one with the whole house together. That was pretty funny. We've got great merch for the $10 tier. We do other stuff for more money.
We've got a bumper sticker that may or not be pretty offensive to Tom.
The Van Damme Academy one.
Van Damme Academy bumper stickers. And guess what, guys? Those are already made. They're sitting in my damn room. And I have a printer now, so I sent these motherfuckers out lickety-split.
Connor's so proud of his printer. Yeah, we also have a decal of me and Keith pissing on Connor, drawn up very beautifully, and it really
$10 a month. Give you some goodies like that.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Fill out our email list. We want to come see you guys on tour, but we got to know where you are so we don't lose money because we're all fucking poor. So go tell us the closest major city you're willing to drive out to see us in, how many friends you got, and whether or not we can crash on your couch, and we'll try to set up a Mean Boys show in your neck of the damn woods.
Yeah, fill out the things. The live shows are always fun, and we want to go to you. We don't like being in L.A. We like being on the road, performing for people who enjoy what we do. So fucking, you got to tell us if you want us to come.
Yeah, and enjoy the conversations over on the Mean Boys subreddit, Our Mean Boys. Where you can see it's branched off into just people talking about other things, which I enjoy.
I think that's success on the Reddit.
Yeah.
It's
more of like a it's kind of like a suicide hotline, but like a yellow light of a suicide hotline where it's like
the suicide yield.
Yeah. People just posting Hank Hill memes they enjoy and the different YouTube clips that remind them of Tom, and just stuff like that, and it's a good time. And, follow us on fucking Instagram and Twitter, at Mean Boys Podcast, on everything, including Facebook. Throw us a like over there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All the shows are up on YouTube. So if you like to listen to your podcast that way, I think you're weird, but you know what? I don't judge. Go get it.
You got to trust the tube.
And this week, we got a really fun episode with our very own Ramsey Badawi, host of the Big Ass Ram Dog Show. That's up on iTunes now. Give him a subscribe.
And Nicole Becannon, who fucking just finished taping for Roast Battle, which should be out, next week?
Something like that. She should be out pretty soon. And she's fantastic. I can't wait for you guys to see that.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful moment, and our girl showed out in a big way.
Yeah,
so they were a lot of fun. It's a nice, loose, lazy episode.
Yeah, even Eli Sayers did what's the Seinfeld dude Kramer? He Kramered us to try to give us Red Stripe, and then disappeared.
Eli's currently sleeping in the basement, so yeah, maybe we'll do some with Eli before he leaves. But so sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of Mean Boys with Ramsey Badawi and Nicole Becannon. Hey everybody, welcome to the Mean Boys Podcast. Nothing lasts forever, so hate it while you can. I'm Connor McSpadden.
I'm Tom Goss.
And I'm
the only person who would agree to do this on 8 hours' notice.
You available as hell.
Yeah.
Damn, girl, you straight up gettable.
I ain't got shit going on.
Nicole Becannon joins us in the studio, fresh off becoming Roast Battle's newest star at the Fonda Theater last night. You were so great. I can't wait for people to see that.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I'm nearly as big of a star as you're in Keith's Dicks, but I tried my hardest.
Oh no, you're a bigger star than
Did I outshine their dicks?
Keith's dick was, I think, overshadowed by his stomach, just logistically.
But, I didn't even have to pull my dick out, so.
I mean, you were the most lovable person in a fight with a guy with cerebral palsy. How do you out-likeable someone who has all the pathos of an America's Got Talent winner? That was very impressive.
Idea. I beat up on a cripple and somehow got away with it.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Urell, also repping for Orange County.
Yeah,
Who's the best?
OC was in the house.
I know. Yeah, it's funny. We all used to talk in the OC comedy scene.
Yeah, we all just shit on each other mercilessly.
Oh yeah, we were all just pieces of shit to one another ever since I started out there. We're all like, man, they're gonna make it like a documentary about us someday. Like we're actually gonna do stuff. And then it was funny. We're looking at the Fonda lineups. We're like, oh, we kind of pulled this off a little bit. You know?
Yeah. When I was in hair and makeup, like they asked me where I was from, and they were like, oh, there was another person here from Orange County, and another person, and I was was like, yeah, there were a lot of us here. Robin Tran and Olivia and
Yo, if you want cunty white people, you go to the motherfucking source.
Hell yeah.
Comedy Central found the damn wellspring of negativity.
Yeah, no, it really does encapsulate everything our scene was about when we started, which was just being so fucking vicious to each other.
Oh, and we we would like it wouldn't be a thing of like you're ugly looking. It would be like, here's what's wrong with your personality that you don't even realize other people know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it to everybody because you
during your set
took a bite of my sandwich, or like it was just for the most arbitrary shit. We would attack each other's the truest character flaws.
You'll go fucking deep on like I remember one of the like meanest things you said to me was I was making fun of like Keith's pant size, and then you were like, what size do you wear, Nicole? A pair of juicy sweatpants that someone left at your ex-boyfriend, another girl that your ex-boyfriend was fucking left at his house or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, that's
that was deep because it was too real.
I think it's all her hand-me-downs from her ex-boyfriend's side chick.
You really can't hurt us at this point.
Yeah.
So it was a very beautiful night.
I try to be nice, and even I got pretty fucking cunty to people. There was one time, I was hammered at one of the shows in OC, and a guy at the time who's my friend now, but he kept coming up to me and like trying to talk to me, and I just turned around, I was like, I shouldn't even fucking know you, and walked away. Which was,
I've gotten a lot.
Just so rude.
I've gotten a lot better because like Tom remembers a little bit of it. Like,
I do.
Keith, Opie, and Ramsey and Evan, they all know the old super brutal shit that I used to do. One time we're having dinner and there's people hanging out after a show or something, and one guy I didn't really know was there, and he kind of interrupts and starts telling a boring story, and I was just like, I'm sorry, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
And it was just like, what a preposterously cunty thing to say.
The first time I ever saw you is we were at that, I forgot the name of the club at Temecula.
Oh, Aces.
Yeah, Aces, and that rest in peace. And that dude, there's some dude just came up to you and tried to give you a high five. You did the too cool, brush your hand behind your hair. And the dude just
he was devastated.
Yeah, his face looked like you shit in his mom's mouth. He looked so bummed out.
I learned that move from Jamal Johnson, Callie Stacks, my rapper buddy.
It's not a
he used to do that shit to me. It's not,
It's not a unique move, but just the way you did it.
It's so fucking disrespectful.
Well, and you also did it away where you're like, yeah, I'm not kidding. They just kind of stared at him like, what the fuck you gonna say now?
It is sad when you look at how I treat people now, and you're like, wow, there's been a lot of personal growth.
Yeah. Did I tell you this, that when I met you, I was still dating my ex, and you had done a show that I ran at UCLA. I did a show you hosted at Flappers. We had met several times, and you walked up to me and introduced yourself to me, and because you were talking to him, and then I was like, we've met 10 times. I did a show that you hosted, and you did a show that
people telling the story of how they met me is always the worst fucking shit. It's never good. It's never you helped me find parking and gave me a hug. It's always like,
I mean, my actually meeting you story is pretty.
Yeah.
And then you were like, well, you don't have to be a cunt about it. Be more memorable then.
I did that shit. My cousin Dylan was dating this chick named Brittany, and I accidentally called her Brandy. And she's like, we've been hanging out all day. My name's Brittany. I was like, bitch, you should be more memorable. And I just started doing this pimp voice. I don't know.
That's so fucking funny.
Preacher Lawson, when I first met him, just thought it would be fun. And it took me a while to figure out he was doing it on purpose. He would just call me a different white girl name every time he'd talk to me. He'd be like, Brittany, and I'd be like, Nicole. And I just keep sincerely correcting him, and then I realized he was doing it on purpose.
Oh, yeah, Jamar did that with me for a long time.
I was doing a bit for a while where as soon as I would meet people, I would just start bringing up theories about how the Holocaust was over-exaggerated, which is a funny idea. It's not a good thing to do in practice.
See, when I a lot of times when I meet people for the first time, I get very much in a Mean Boys Tom mode where I just start randomly asking, you guys like pizza? Just super making it awkward. I'm not usually.
I'm sure your fans love that.
Yeah, well, I've gotten better about it, but
People
that's,
like Tom can't believe he's talking to them, and that can't believe he's talking to Tom.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like a weird autism showdown.
It feels like Bigfoot met the Loch Ness Monster. It's like, I thought you were just rumors.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a big fan of your postcards or whatever.
Yes.
It's great because I always think I'm like really nice to people, but then like later on when people actually get to know me, they'll always tell me that they thought I hated them.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know if I just have like a bitch face, or I think I'm just always in my head, so I'm just like not.
I think it's them.
Yeah, they think it's them.
I
get
sort
that.
of
We're all
started to
sensitive
learn that
fucks.
it's like not everyone, like, just from when we started and shit, and just like that was where I learned social skills, was the Orange County comedy scene, because before that I'd talked to the same 3 people for my entire adolescence. You know?
Right.
I had my 3 shitty buddies that we'd be shitty to each other.
Yeah.
And then just in the last couple of years I've been like, oh, maybe don't walk up to someone and say what their outfit is like. Like, maybe let's build a rapport here.
Yeah. No, I've been trying to be better about just like, not isolating in social situations and talking to new people.
Oh
and
yeah, but the
stuff.
party Tom is you're mingling.
Yeah.
I mean, you still take a pensive stand in the corner and freak everybody out smoke break from time to time. But
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know how to. Sometimes there's just too many people, and
I get that.
yeah.
I wonder if I have Asperger's or something.
We
I took a
probably
test.
all
They
do.
told me I didn't, but they also told me I had a lot of things that I didn't have. So
Yeah, medical science does not apply to you.
I've got
You know what I mean? Like the standard rubrics for like evaluating health of any kind, you throw that shit out the window.
I am the doctor's Riddler. I fucking I make
Yeah,
no
I'm pretty
sense.
sure if they took like a CAT scan, they'd be like, "Well, your kidneys are where your lungs are supposed to be, but it's all working. Yeah, you're actually breathing with your your liver somehow. But yeah, it's all working. So I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know?
Yeah.
it's just a trash bag full of organs inside a human being.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's very first draft, kind of like
Yeah, in the beginning, guys.
you're like one of those weird Italian cars. Where you're like, oh, the motor's in the trunk, and then the trunk is in the front.
But somehow
Weird.
it's beautiful, like a Picasso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like a Picasso of a
Sexy
human being.
Picasso.
Yeah, no, I'm it's fucking it's I'm finally I think I'm getting I feel like all of us to an extent are kind of fucking cone heads when we talk to people.
Yeah,
there's
no,
a little bit of like,
Yeah.
is this what you do now?
Yeah.
Like still a bit of that.
I mean, it definitely says it speaks volumes when we don't have Keith on an episode and the 3 people in the studio are just talking about how they don't talk to other people good.
yeah.
I think we're
I've
all
got-
getting better.
I think
at
we
it,
are
though.
getting better at it. Yeah,
Like-
I had kind of a funny moment. There's this guy that ran ran the Ontario Improv, and I performed there a lot when I was younger and starting out. And he was randomly at the Madhouse at like a month ago, and I did a show there. He was doing some levity thing, and I was talking to him afterwards, just catching up, and he's like, "It's funny when I saw you at the Improv, all your shit was about how you couldn't talk to girls, and now all your jokes are about pussy." And I was like, "Oh, we come a long way, you know."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all my fuck. I had all the fucking. I'm an awkward. Oh man, it's hard to get.
Because it's
all that fucking
confident.
shit.
I think you gain a lot of confidence through doing this shit.
It's just like I've gotten like a lot of practice, like having to be a human being and like work with other people. You know, just like you go to a gig and you meet the promoter, you figure out what he looks like from his Facebook picture, and you talk and you find some like it's been a good kind of autism boot camp stand up comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
We're all autistic in our
little bit.
hearts a little bit.
Yeah, it's all.
Interactions,
Yeah,
not a fan.
nah. So we were doing the tape the roast battle this week.
Yeah, the two killers on the 2 of the many killers.
Tom's my agent now. I don't know if
Have you heard of the McSpaddy?
Yeah.
Because he's
Who
Oh, this
hasn't
kid,
heard of
we
the
call him
mixed
the-
bad?
Tony Hinchcliffe started calling me the wildebeest when we were writing on the Willis roast. Like when I walk and be like, the wildebeest is back. I'd be like, this cannot stick. This doesn't make any sense. I don't want a golden pony nickname. I really am mortified of having a nickname. They brought me up when I did laugh tracks. They called me the babyface assassin, and I was like, I'm not roasting it. I'm about to tell a story about fucking in a car. Like this is. I'm not like, yeah, I roasted that pussy in my Honda.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I could see you being like the silver gopher or something like that.
You're the silver gopher, Tom. When you turn 60, you're gonna be called the silver gopher.
I'm not gonna make it to 60, but that's very nice.
I think somehow you're gonna live to be like 200.
Yeah, you're gonna be like the Hulk
an
where you just eat
ancient
rocks
relic.
after
I'm
the
already
nuclear
200,
apocalypse.
yeah.
You know? Yeah, no, Tom. When you go gray from stress at 35, I'll call you the silver gopher. Be like one of those shitty superheroes from like Detective Comics #8.
Yeah, I honestly kind of enjoy having a shaved head.
Yeah, I think
it works
I like
for
a little
you.
stubble
Yeah.
on it though. I think you need either a little stubble up top or a little bit of a beard to kind of pull the whole head together.
I prefer having a little bit of a beard.
I would say I would agree with that.
This you
Yeah,
look
yeah.
very good right now. You got some sun. You got
Yeah.
the tan going on.
Yeah, you got a
got
nice
some
glow.
stubble.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
You
I'm
look-
feeling bald.
I mean,
I'm
I've never been squishy or pinker in my life. I've just been inside eating granola bars.
This might be the first time that we've all been in a room all feeling pretty good.
I know, yeah.
me actually.
It's
It's,
weird. That's
yeah.
right. Let's pull up some exes' Instagrams, all right, guys? Let's get back to Meat
This
Boys
might
Classic.
be way too boring and awful of an episode if we're all this happy.
Hey, Nicole's a whore. There we go. Come on, just like old times, right, guys?
I think
You
you're
dumbass.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't feel
wildly
right.
overestimating my popularity there.
You say mean things to people.
Nah, nobody. You struggle with connecting. Yeah, so we did a roast battle all week. That was a fucking blast. Nicole battled last night. She was phenomenal. She fucking did everything right. It was awesome to watch. I was getting a little emotional. I was in the back, just like kept going better. It was like, oh, it's my baby girl's up there.
And yeah, Connor was kind of my saving grace all day because the night before I was like in fetal position texting Tom.
Yeah,
about
I texted you. I was like, I have to be at the house right now. Go out, do something, be with people. And then you never responded like, are you okay? And you still responded like,
you die?
and I like in my head I was like, well, one of two things happened. Either she found someone to hang out with or she is dead.
I drove to Katrina Davis's house, who's a lovely human being, and
I love
Yes.
Katrina.
cried for an hour about how I'm going to be fat on camera and bomb and fuck up and all that. And
You
then
look
And
great.
only one of those
thank
things
you.
happened.
I just looked fat. It was
You
great.
didn't look fat. Lady.
No, you didn't.
But yeah, she was great. Let me borrow some of her shoes because none of my shoes, because I'm still poor as fuck.
Oh yeah, it is funny like doing. Like, there's like a while where like the before I got my first check, right now the Willis thing, I was coming in and I was just like, well, I just bought breakfast with quarters.
Yeah, none of my shoes were in good enough condition to be on camera. And
It's
then
the
the
best
next
when you
day,
do cool shit, but you still have your secret scumbag.
I didn't even tell you,
Yeah.
but the next day, like when we went to go get lunch and you offered to pay, I was so relieved because I was like, I have like $10. About to spend all of it on this lunch. I didn't want to tell you that, and then
Yeah.
you just offered to pay. It was really sweet. But
No, that was a good. We went
hopefully
to
that check comes
Greenleaf.
soon.
That shit banged. It
yeah,
was really
it was
good.
really good.
You got-
Shout
the
out
fuck
Greenleaf.
is
It
that?
sounded like healthy
I thought it was
shit.
gonna be like because
I thought it was gonna be gross.
we were gonna go to
Is it
Shake
Greek
Shack.
food?
No, it was
No.
like I thought it was like a vegan place, but they had like banging sandwiches because
They
Shake Shack
did.
was like packed. They had the new one on
Right.
Hollywood, and it was like Saturday, so I was like, fuck. It was
I
like,
got a turkey melt on pretzel bread, which pretzel bread was
That
fucking.
sounds pretty
My,
good.
my shit is we did Mendocino Farms in the writers' room one day, and I felt like the fucking pretzel bun they have there, the pretzel BLT is just.
Oh
like,
yeah, I think we ordered
I
that
want to fuck that sandwich
all the time when I was working on The Talking Dead, and they have good shit at Mendocino Farms.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Nicole Becannon, rape apology.
I made
They've reinstated him. He's going to be back on the show.
I know. Yeah, he Jay Leonard his way.
Yeah, he's the first one to get out of this shit.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna go down. It's.
I feel like a lot of people have gotten pretty scot free and all,
Yeah, I mean, you know,
which is kind of a bummer in some of the cases.
First of all, I want to remind everyone that Katrina Davis called Steve Harvey Black Alex Jones. The funniest fucking thing I ever heard in my life. And Yusuf Roach tweeted the funniest shit. He was like, Chris Hardwick could have lived out the rest of his life married to an heiress, just chilling in the Hamptons. But my man just has to talk dead. that just killed me.
That's
yeah.
so
I made
funny.
the mistake last night of getting high while fasting, and
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can do anything after that.
I was eating like
You're
eating
invincible.
greasy Mexican food after, and Tom was like, "I have to leave because if I break this fast the wrong way, I'm going to poop a bunch."
Well, no, it'd fuck up my pancreas if I.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
No, Tom. We were talking about fasting last night, and like, I feel like it's like a movie that I haven't seen. You know, I feel like everyone's like, like Opie's doing it, Tom's doing it. You know, and I feel like everybody saw Inception, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's the commercial. They were upside down. It seemed good.
Yeah, it's just important to do it the right way, or you will hurt yourself, or it'll like have negative effects on you. But
yeah, no,
yeah,
for sure.
no. If you want to, I just can't imagine you being that hungry. Like eventually,
Dude, when I'm hungry, I go right back to 2012 Con Man.
I know
It's
it's pretty hilarious how much a granola bar will make you just so much more fun to be around.
It is sometimes I think like, oh my god, my life is, I hate everything. I hate being, and then I'm like, oh, a sandwich.
I'm like that with a lack of sleep. Like if I have a lack of sleep, I'll punch anyone in the throat. Like if you get in my way, like if you just like walk in front of me, I want to kill you.
It's funny when we're all happy this podcast just turns into like a Kathy cartoon. Like, oh my god, if I
haven't had my coffee in the morning,
I am like, B. I'm a real see you next Tuesday. I tell you. Yeah. So what else? I'm trying to think any other fun shit happened at roast battle. I was kind of like, they had me kind of like go through Blake Griffin's jokes with him, and he was fucking great. He was awesome. Like
he did really well.
You could tell he was like a real comedy fan. Like, you know, I know he's done stand up before, and he like really knew his way around a joke. But
I've heard he's funny.
He's funny. He was a funny guy. Just, like a lot of the shit that he did, he came up with. You know, like little like off the cuff shit. Like that was all him.
Yeah, without spoiling anything, he can fucking commit to a bit.
Oh yeah,
I was really impressed with that. Yeah.
And it's bizarre because I've done that a little bit now. Like having me like coaching people up that like aren't like, you know, comedians, and like Dennis Rodman and Blake. I'm like the basketball player guy, I guess, for this the last couple of weeks. But
because you're tall.
Yeah.
They're like, he knows.
That was Tom's theory.
Okay. That's my attempt at taking all of your talents away from you. I was like, oh, they needed a tall guy.
Yeah, comedy writers it's a field dominated by the fat, the small, and the Jewish.
We need someone who can kind of make eye contact, but little did they know Connor doesn't do that.
Yeah, we don't want him to feel like he's talking to his kids. So
yeah, him standing next to Jeff Ross made Jeff look like a midget. It was crazy.
He's fucking 6'10". It's very like, it's weird.
Jesus
like looking
Christ.
that. I'm like, is this how everyone feels when they talk to me? It's fucking weird.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But he was a fucking really nice guy. He was a really sweet dude. You know,
I could see. Yeah, He seemed like a nice dude. I mean, I didn't interact with him at all, but he seemed very.
I had a very weird moment. It was a very surreal moment where like one of the PAs calls me over because he had like a question about his joke. So I go over, stand outside his trailer. He kind of runs something by me. I was like, yeah, that's funny. You should do that. And then Pete Davidson was there. So Ariana Grande comes like skipping by. He goes, whoa, that's crazy. And I was like, wait, who is that? And I was like, oh shit. I just got starstruck with Blake Griffin. This is very weird.
Madison,
it's funny to think like someone like that famous is also just like, that's Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Madison Sinclair said she like asked Ariana Grande afterwards, like, are you going to the after party? And she just went, nah.
I know, yeah. One of the PAs was like working with her, and she was just like, I got to hang out with her. I smoked pot with Ariana Grande.
They said she was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what Cyrus, our buddy Dave Cyrus, who works with Pete a lot. I got to see him for a second. I think he's coming by at some point during the. Maybe we'll try to record something with Dave. But yeah, he says she's really sweet. You know.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but very nice things about her.
Yeah, it's weird. Like like famous people are just like dudes. You know, like a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised so far, but like there hasn't been anyone that's been a huge bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, shall we get into the Mexican joke?
Ay, so topical.
Yeah, let's do
Why
this.
are you holding your vape like you're gonna like you're reading it?
I got to you got to get the equalize the air bubbles so the coils don't dry out.
Ah.
Yeah. I met another guy who had the same one as me at the after party, and we talked about it for like 20 minutes. I'm like, we're the fucking worst. It was very embarrassing.
It looks like a fucking like Slytherin brooch or some shit.
That's exactly. I mean, this is an audio podcast, but that's very funny. Yeah. So in terms of phoning in the jokes, I think we've all done it, but I think never before have we all phoned them in this hard.
I woke up high this morning. I was still high. I'm good. I'm good-ish now. Like I just feel, groovalicious or whatever I said earlier.
Yeah.
But I wrote these high, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, we were all up till like at least 3 a.m. last night, and then I just,
Couldn't fall asleep till 5.
It is what
Yeah.
it is, but let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Yeah, this is literally 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just wrote
sat
this
down
in
at
Connor's
1:50.
room.
I wrapped at 2:01.
I tried really hard. I don't know what's wrong with these other people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
let's do this.
I'm just trying to, with our listeners, I won't say they don't deserve better, but it's like I'm not going to try to sell them a bill of goods.
Hey, you guys deserve better. We're just not going to give it to you.
We can't. No, I'm unemployed again, so the podcast I'll be funnier on the podcast.
It's called the High Hopes Low Results Show for a reason, everybody.
That is what it's called.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I gotta submit the RSS changes.
I blame it on our happiness.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Okay.
A woman has admitted to killing her husband after she caught him buying porn. On the plus side, now he'll stay hard forever. Hey, he's dead.
I have it.
Come on.
I have
That's
a
a corpse
showdown
joke.
for that.
Oh,
I
good.
almost
I
wrote a
think
joke
yours
about
is
that
better.
too.
A 69-year-old woman shot her husband for buying porn. Wow, sounds like a hard shot.
Yeah, that was a little better. I didn't read the article. If I would have known she was 69, that would have opened up a whole new world of bad punchlines.
A 13-year-old boy was hauled into court for assault after firing a chip through a straw at McDonald's. Fast food chains are now in discussion about banning assault ruffles.
I love that one.
I'm going to
enjoy that
say
too.
that's my best one.
Okay. Where do they salt ruffles? How is that not something I've said about Keith? I'm mad at myself. I could have done better. It's like I feel about that joke the way like Salieri felt about for whatever the fuck Mozart wrote. I don't know.
I don't know this reference at all.
Yeah, it's from the movie Amadeus.
Oh, yeah, I did see that movie. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, that's when I watched that in band.
The
And
ending
was, like,
of that
the only
movie.
Wait, is that
movie
the
we could
farting
watch.
piano movie?
That is the farting piano movie. You're thinking of Dewey Cox, Walk Hard.
I haven't seen
That's
that
a good
one.
movie, too.
That is a fucking underrated movie.
It's very
I haven't
good.
seen
That's
it.
like one of my in terms of just big dumb comedies. That's one of my favorite big
Hilarious.
blockbuster
Yeah.
comedies. Like it's a very nice homage to.
I
those
just
musical
watched it for the
biopics.
first time like a month ago, and I was like, what is this? This is so funny.
never seen
Oh, it's
it.
great. Yeah, the music is also good. Shit, what was I gonna say? I don't remember.
I think it's yeah.
5 people were shot at a Texas nursing home. Authorities say there would have been fewer casualties, but when they told him to put their hands up, everyone thought he was the water aerobics instructor. That was a joke Olivia had for the Willis roast that got cut that I thought was so funny. It's like, this days is so old. I thought Nikki Glazer was here to teach a water aerobics class.
So
She told me
funny.
that
I'm
one.
like, oh, bitch, that's you just get pissed off.
They
You're like,
didn't
it's
use
so
that?
funny. They didn't use it.
That's so funny.
Travesty.
Yeah. A new mental illness called Trump anxiety disorder is becoming more common. Trump anxiety disorder is when everyone around you hates you, so you have to exclusively hang out with your Russian friends. It's topical. See, it's topical.
No, you write that joke word for word underneath a cartoon of a.
It's already on
of
the
a bear.
fridge,
Yeah,
okay?
of a bear in the New Yorker at a therapist's office. And then there's like a Russian guy that's like a circus leader, and it's like,
Yeah.
wow, this is.
Do Russians have handlebar mustaches?
I think anyone can grow a handlebar mustache.
Yeah, but is that a thing that they do?
I don't
I
think.
feel like if they did it, it would be
I don't think
sincere.
Lemmy from Motorhead is Russian.
Isn't that a French thing? Oh, no. French have
handlebar
the
mustache, I
curled
think, is
up.
pretty rednecky.
I thought it was a hipster thing.
Handlebar mustache is like the Hulk, right?
Hulk
The
Hogan.
Hulk?
No.
Yeah, the Hulk has if the Hulk had a handlebar mustache, that would be awesome.
I'm imagining
It's like, yeah,
just-
dude,
You know who I was-
Bruce Banner fucking loves Skinner. You know what's funny? I imagine it would be really hard for the Hulk to shave because it would just grow back immediately. Because it was regenerative.
I thought that
powers.
was Wolverine.
The Hulk has it too.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Hulk has it too.
Like
But
the only
What
way to kill the
hack?
Hulk is like to cut off his head or
you
something.
can shave when he's not the Green Man. You can just
But he's not the Green Man.
Yeah. I mean, he can just
I'm
take
thinking
a-
of Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I haven't seen that show. I've been
Oh.
told I look like someone on that show.
Yeah, that was when you were high in the Flamingo Garden and you were very cross.
Yeah, I was very. Yeah, that was good times in the Flamingo Garden. But yeah. Yeah, he just shaves when he's not green.
Yeah, well there we
Yeah.
go.
Look at that.
All right,
I
Nicole.
out-scienced you.
You
All
d-
right. A video shows a cop using a coin flip to decide whether to make an arrest. He calls the game Heads or Jails.
These are fun. Yeah. We're doing some real...
We're doing some pun boys.
Yeah, that was a joke I had about Jeff Ross that I liked, which is Jeff's only fat because he has to keep eating popsicles to find new jokes for his act. I do like the my favorite. That's one of my favorite genres of comedy is the edgy popsicle joke. Assault Ruffles is a pretty perfect example of that.
I think that's what roast battle is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Popsicle jokes.
Just take popsicle jokes and you ever carve a popsicle shank when you're a kid on the cement?
Yeah.
Or if you can rub it down to like a little point.
What if we made puns super offensive and then you got roast battle?
Yeah. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing. Speaking of which, the Pentagon has created a do not buy list of Russian and Chinese software. Keith Carey is still on the top of the donut buy list.
I think it's funny.
10 minutes.
Donut. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Okay. It's my turn. California. You guys know California.
California. Go for it.
California Taco Bells are banning employees from leaving during the lunch break. Man, the world's so fucked, even Mexican restaurants are becoming cages.
Hey.
Yeah,
more New Yorker bear, dude.
Yeah, dude, I do love a world where Tom writes for Bill Maher. And Bill Maher goes like, yeah, so the Senate, you guys know the Senate.
Yeah, that would be look, I would not contribute much to the show, but me backstage trying to contribute to the show may be the greatest thing that anyone could ever record.
Well, yeah, no, it would be like,
hey, you
all
heard
right,
about
Newt
George
Gingrich is
Bush?
coming out. You should ask him about his sideburns.
I think that Taco Bell's like, listen, we need the diarrhea you're taking during your lunch break for our food. Okay.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Here comes another one. A man in Colorado stole a tractor. When police arrived, the man bit a police dog. I've heard of a dog-eat-dog world, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah. we just ruffled around in our big duffel bag full of reusable punchlines.
Guys, this feels like Nice Boys.
Yeah, a little bit.
Someone call me a cunt or something.
Oh man, Doug Fager, he wanted cash for the bar, so I gave him $20 and he said I'll Venmo you later, and he just paid me $6.11, and the caption is first installment. As we were talking, I'm like, wouldn't it be a funny bit if you just never gave me the money? And he's like, yeah, so I like that I'm getting it. It's like,
He has a bit going on like that with Tony Hinchcliffe.
oh really?
They made a bet, and I guess he owes Doug says he owes Tony 20. Tony says 40. But then, and he'll like give him shit for it all the time on the patio, and then Doug will try and give it to him, and he won't take it, so we can keep giving him shit for it. He's like, I don't want your money, you poor Uber driver. I'm like, I just like to give you shit for it.
Yeah. All right, guys. A polar bear was shot dead after attacking a cruise ship guard. After he died, the officer that shot him took a drag of a cigarette, put on his sunglasses, and said, "Looks like this bear came to the wrong carnival." Carnival Cruise. Ah, come on. It's a kind of cruise.
Okay.
That would be funny if the bear just like, oh man, I put it in my GPS and it felt wrong, but I mean.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm about to say a lot of names wrong because I've only read them before.
Oh hell yeah.
Rudy Giuliani has stated that Cohen is. Damn it! Is stated that Cohen is a liar and a scoundrel. Then Michael Avenatti told Giuliani he needed to buckle up, Buttercup. After that, the Undertaker tagged in and hit Avenatti with a chair. All right, well, at least I said everything wrong. I can tell by your guys' faces.
Rudy Giuliani. Oh.
I didn't even register the joke because I was just paying attention
Rudy
to the names.
Giuliani is what his name would be if he wrote for the Halloween special of The Simpsons, you know?
Rudy Giuliani.
I think okay. I got Avenatti, right?
Yeah, Avenatti.
I don't know that
I'm
one,
pretty sure
but I
it's
definitely know
It's-
Rudy Giuliani.
It's too Italian for me to care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Tom. This is a strong
right.
stance.
The
Yeah, I'm a
last
self-hating
two-
Italian.
The last
Are you
two are going to
Italian?
be
I'm
extra
part
bad.
Italian.
No, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too.
It doesn't make sense you're wearing the wife beater now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look right on you.
I think it's German, English, Scottish, and then Italian.
Wow.
I'm a lot of things.
If only
None of
we had-
them are good.
Yeah.
Name the countries you don't like from World War II, and I have most.
Oh, yeah. If they had a dictator in the 40s, Tom is from there.
All right, these last two are bad. Not the other ones haven't been. Belgian nude beach was blocked due to fear that sexual activity will spook the wildlife. We wouldn't want to scare off two bears fucking each other with two bears fucking each other. Like the gay kind of bears is what I meant.
Yeah. Shots. Take that, gay bears. A food truck staffed entirely with autistic employees is set to open in Florida this week. The owners say they're ready to hit the road after the staff has completed their training and they got a happy face sticker from the health inspector. That's how you have an A if it's an autistic food truck.
I feel like the setups that we have
I don't
are
know. Do we
almost
want to go
funnier
here? They
than
only
the
got a silver
punchlines.
star in the window. Yeah, some of these stories, I'm like, these deserved better jokes.
Yeah.
Autistic food truck. That should have been a
That's
Hall of Fame
hilarious.
moment.
Yeah, I wish I saw that because I would have hit you with it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we
it's
don't have
me.
soup. Go fuck yourself.
An Air Force Academy football player was the first person in military academy history to come out as gay. Wow, sounds like someone is going to be spiking the soap in the showers.
What? But spiking it like spiking the punch or spiking it like a
No,
football?
like a football.
Yeah, like an end
Like-
zone celebration?
Yeah, like in the showers, they shower together. It's a homophobic joke, I guess. Yeah, you drop. You
I don't know
drop
if it's a
the
joke,
soap.
but it is homophobic.
You drop
Drop
the
soap
soap.
and someone fucks you.
I know about...
He's spiking it like a football
He spikes
get
it
fucked
so that he can
with the
then.
penis in the shower.
Oh.
Did you mean to say shower?
Shower.
Do you think when they want to punish the prisoners, they just put in powdered soap so it's easier to drop?
Is that a thing? Powdered soap?
Powdered soap, yeah.
What the fuck is powdered
Sometimes
soap?
you go to a real fucking like Barstow like gas station and they'll have like powdered soap in there. And
What does that even look like?
Powder bubbles up. You know what powdered soap is the shit? Some borax. That shit'll if you work on it, if you like change your oil.
I
or
don't know
something.
any of those words.
All right, well,
That sounds like cleaning supplies,
What is
not something
borax?
you should use on your body.
it's like a grainy soap kind of thing. It's really good for like getting like grease and stuff off your hand. Like when I
Uh-huh.
used to change my own oil, my dad had this big like you can't get it anymore, and he like imported it from some like redneck state. You know, my dad is just particular about his powdered soap. You know?
Sure.
but it's good shit. So this week's show is brought to you by Borax.
Wow.
What an uninteresting.
You
Great
could practically
powdered soap
snort
riff.
that, huh?
You could snort soap, I guess, and then
You can snort anything.
you feel like Tyler Durden. Or I don't know, man. Let's
Let's all snort soap together.
yeah.
All right, let me do my last bad joke. An Egyptian zoo got caught painting a donkey to look like a zebra. The zebra community is outraged, claiming our culture is not a costume. # Zebra Lives Matter.
Oh yeah, my culture is not your prom dress. Yeah. I'm just gonna bring up funny tweets that other people. JP McDade posted a picture of a Dragon Ball Z Instagram ad shirt. And he said, "My culture is not your prom dress." It was either JP or Jake Flores. So, yeah, boy, do I wish they were on the show right now.
But I'm the only one you could get.
No, yeah, you're great. I'm just saying, I wish I was funny.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, guys, we really should like cut ourselves or something in the intermission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go read some comments about us on the Cumtown subreddit, and then we'll be right back after this. Nostalgia restaurants are all the rage. From the 50s throwback of Johnny Rockets to the dinner theater experience of medieval times, diners love to hop in the Wayback Machine to a simpler time. That's why we're thrilled to announce the grand opening of America's newest retro dining experience, Cafe 2014. Cafe 2014 is a return to those sweet long-gone days, when the world seemed kind of okay and you weren't constantly terrified. What a beautiful time. It might have been 4 whole years ago, but boy, it feels like more, doesn't it? 2014 was the year Gwyneth Paltrow let that guy from Coldplay go so he could be the best woman he could be. And here at Cafe 2014, we invite you to consciously uncouple from the crushing darkness of the modern world. Step into the beautiful world of yesterday, where ISIS wasn't quite a thing yet and Donald Trump was still pretty funny. Here at Cafe 2014, we proudly serve an authentic menu of the same shit you're eating now, only this time it's lovingly prepared in a kitchen where nobody knows who Sarah Huckabee Sanders is. Reward yourself for surviving the Ebola outbreak with an Ebola delicious chili. Overdose on our fully loaded, flavor-injected Philip Seymour hot dogs. Eating healthy? Try our new There's Not Literal Nazis Marching in the Streets Caesar salad. Not all the names are clever. And for dessert, take the Ice Cream Bucket Challenge. Those godforsaken videos might have done next to nothing in terms of actually curing ALS, but hey, here's a wheelbarrow of fudge to bury your head in. Our bartender pours the strongest drinks in town, and they've got more kick than Jay-Z taking a shoe to the dick in an elevator. Remember that? Is this helping? Is any of this comforting you, or are you still very, very afraid? But we're not just about making food. We're also about fun. Here at Cafe 2014, we'll make your family's boredom disappear like it was a Malaysian airplane. We're spinning all your favorite hits from the greatest year of the decade. Hope you like Beyonce, because it's a lot of fucking Beyonce. Like, more Beyonce than you thought was possible. We're keeping the laughs rolling by playing clips from the best comedians you were still allowed to enjoy in 2014. Louis C.K., T.J. Miller, Bill Cosby. Sure, people kind of knew about that shit already, but Hannibal didn't blow up the spot until October of 2014, so you had a couple more months of plausible deniability. Hey, hey, hey! So make like Robin Williams and come hang with us at Cafe 2014 and celebrate the last year when anything felt like it was going to be okay. Oh, and before you ask, we're specifically themed to like pre-November 2014 because that's when all the Ferguson shit went down. Look, do you want to split hairs on this, or do you want to come eat a cheeseburger, listen to Shake It Off, and try to feel all right?
I still have a neck fupa, let's be honest, but
You look.
On that note, we're back. Neck fupa.
Yeah.
There's a damn episode title.
You look like a Russian Union goon when I saw you last time. I got this guy's
Union for who?
Yeah, you look like you could be straight up salaried employee of a dock that exports fentanyl. All right, I was so proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
This is what, every time we say Tom lost weight, it's like it always ends in some kind of like, dude, I'm telling you right now, you circus performer to circus guy takes the tickets. I'm telling you, it's fucking amazing.
And for once, we're not saying fired out of the cannon. You look like firing the cannon.
Yeah, you look like they would trust you with gunpowder.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to add a handlebar mustache to this, I think.
Dude, if Tom had a twin and they were the Flying Goss brothers, that would be the funniest shit ever.
I do have a brother.
Just two big, dense men hurtling through the skit, just like, holy shit.
You know what's crazy? All my siblings are all like blonde and thin.
Sure. And you're the outlier.
Yeah.
I posited the theory earlier in the show that medical science, as you know, it is accepted. It does not apply to Tom. Like, you can't, if you sit down and go like, you're exhibiting all the signs, and they're like, nope, throw that diagnosis out. There's something entirely different going on here.
Yeah.
A meteor hit the Earth and Tom was born.
I did
Yeah.
think so.
He actually breathes with his lower intestine. I don't know how that works, but it does.
Oh, you guys don't butt breathe?
Yeah.
Tom is the only person that when he tries to sign up to be an organ donor, they're like, you know what? We just don't know what to do with yours yet.
I'm technically an organ donor, but I'd feel bad if anyone got the organs.
Yeah, some guy has a new liver, but he won't stop talking about MMA and fasting.
Tom dies. All of a sudden, they have new organs for an electric eel.
Well, she can see again, but she won't shut up about the same 3 Pixies songs.
I listen to a lot of Pixie songs.
I know. That was what you took offense to, not us saying that your body looks like someone played Operation poorly.
Yeah. Don't make me out to be some sort of like Skippy Pixies fan. I'm a
Yeah, no, you're not fair. But I do feel like when you like if someone did surgery on Tom, it would be like a black and white cartoon about someone bad at fishing. Like, oh, I got a tin can. There's an old boot. There's a phone book. You know.
So funny.
Yeah. I'm like the last guy who was here. It's like when you do electrical work in a really shitty house. It's like, dude, they did all of this shit with duct tape and paper clips. I don't know how you've been able to have light switches for the past 25 years.
We need to do like a To Catch a Contractor on whoever birthed Tom.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Just like a medical expose series where we go back and confront all your doctors, and it's like, so you thought the problem was that he was not getting enough leafy greens? Really?
Cutting corners. You attached his kneecap to his heart. How dare you call yourself a doctor?
Yeah, you Cotton Hilled this man's brain.
Frank and Tom.
Frank and Tom.
Yeah, I do like
It's
when
my contribution.
You're talking about being in the hospital, and they're like, "Yeah, man. I mean, you're almost your potassium levels are so low."
You know what's hilarious? Did I ever tell you why I found out he kept telling me that?
Why?
Because if your potassium's too low, you die.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that. So I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I thought he was in the pocket of Big Banana.
Yeah,
I thought Pfizer was shelling out money to get you on the fucking...
They told me that too when I was in the hospital. They pumped so much potassium into
Really?
me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they did that to me, but he
Dude,
kept.
maybe that's why we're like suicidal.
I'm just picturing.
Well,
an
no,
ID
I was
bag
trying to
full
kill
of
myself.
bananas.
That's why my
Yeah.
potassium was low.
Oh yeah, I did try. Oh, was it after you took a bunch of pills?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
me
it turns
too.
out.
Okay,
It turns out
cool.
when they make
yeah.
the banana Laffy Taffy, they don't. None of the nutrients are left over. That's what I was getting my vegetables from.
I feel like I hear a lot of people complain or say that their doctor told them they have like dangerously low potassium. I wonder if potassium is like, you know, when you go get your oil changed and they always go your air filters.
Oh
dirty?
yeah.
I wonder if potassium is that to the human body.
Yeah, they're like, all right, yeah, you know, they keep a dirty one under the counter. Like, here's your air filter, and there's like a cigarette butt and a dead bird in there. You know,
It's a weird thing that it's
no
so
way.
deadly, and you can solve it by just eating bananas.
I know,
Tom also
yeah.
gets most of his medical work done at Jiffy Lube. He just lays down, spread eagle across that little gap, and then an Italian guy underneath him starts like poking his dick, going, "All right."
He goes, and then he shrugs and goes, Obamacare.
He pulls a really long metal rod out of his ass and goes like, "Oh, that's not good. I'm getting corn 8 inches back. It's a bad sign, my dude." Big ass Ram Dog himself has joined us for the second half of the show.
Bard one, dog.
It does feel this is like when it's like a really low level of like when you see like on a radio show. It's like, yeah, we just saw Patton Oswalt walking down the hall, so we thought he'd come sit in on Opie and Jim. It's like, oh, Ramsey's making eggs. Why don't you come do me for?
Ramsey was scraping together 7 weeks of leftovers into one pot.
Dude, Ramsey's fucking poor meals are the funniest shit because I'll go out and Ramsey will just say, he'd be like, what are you doing there? Like, I got some quinoa, some old tuna, and some
Onions,
beans.
mushrooms, steak, and then all of Opie's spices.
Yeah, and then
I'm
a
not
bunch
gonna
of
lie. I bet you could make that taste pretty fucking good.
There's a time where you're just like Jack and Pico de Gallo from El Pollo Loco for your omelets.
Yeah, that
so
was-
you'd come in with a bag full of just little like 2 styrofoam cups full of fucking like vegetables from like various eateries.
That was a particularly sad period of my life. I was literally making stops at El Pollo Loco to steal their salsa for like I would stop and I would just because I realized this is my fucking hustle. I'm like, nobody checks your receipt for the salsa. So I was going wild. I'm like, I'm saving money.
You get an order of chips and salsa, and you're like, oh yeah, I like a 3-inch high fucking load on every chip. You know,
So
don't.
funny.
And there's you do when you're poor, you do kind of play a game of chicken with people where you're like, you are too uncomfortable to do your job and call me out for
Yes.
what I'm clearly doing.
Absolutely.
I'm putting lemonade
Yeah.
in the damn water cup.
Yes, I'm relying on your humanity right now to not call me out.
Yeah. There's just a level of like human pity and awkwardness that I don't think you're willing to pass
Yeah.
to tell me not to sneak into the bathroom
also
without
the
buying
people that work those jobs also probably need to do the same thing. I used to when I worked at Starbucks, I would steal from them all the time.
What would you take from Starbucks? I'm curious.
I thought you got everything for free.
Fuck no, like
Starbucks?
well, we could have like one free like food item a day, and then we got free drink. But then like when it was time to go home, like I would steal extra food stuff. I would steal
Pastries.
toilet paper from the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I've stolen some toilet paper in my
Yeah.
day.
Oh, my one of my exes works at Starbucks, and she just give me all the food at the end of the day, and just give me all the free like.
You know what's fucked up is they wouldn't even let it. They made us throw all the food away at the end of the day. Like they wouldn't even let us like give it to homeless people or whatever because they were afraid of being sued if like a homeless person got sick if we like donated.
I
Oh,
ate
yeah.
the shit out of
That's
that.
like
food.
it's like a Panera thing. I think don't they give all their bread to the homeless at the end of the day?
Oh, you should. Why
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
just throwing it away? But Starbucks is such douchebags. They're like, no, we don't want to lose money on giving food to the homeless.
You know, homeless. They're very litigious people. They're lawyered up. The homeless.
Wow, that's why I stand out near homeless people, giving them my business cards. Go listen. You get sick.
That is a hustle that Ramsey would get into if you had a long depressive
Vape
streak
lawyer
and you
for the
quit
homeless.
comedy, you would be an ambulance chaser for homeless food poisoning. You're like, well, you didn't lock up the dumpster, and that banana peel looked fresh. I saw it. We've got it right here in this Ziploc bag. Now we can make this all go away with a $2,000 check.
I was talking because yesterday I spent all day putting like stuff together in the studio, and my girlfriend came over at night, and I started telling a story, and she goes, "Anytime I leave you alone for one day, all of your stories the first time you see me are, I spent 14 hours putting together a sailing boat, and here's what she goes, you skip every meal and you spend 14 hours doing something
Dude,
you never
that's
think about
riddling.
again."
We have the same thing where once we get like into something, I'm just like, God damn it, today's the day that I fucking do this, whatever it
I
is.
literally spent all day being like, I'm gonna create the greatest studio ever yesterday.
Oh, I walked in. Yeah, you had like mounts and shit. You know.
It's gonna be so good.
Oh Oh, dude,
the
I'm
Mean Boys
excited.
Studio is going to be really
Oh,
good.
dude, yeah, the big ass Ram Dog show, the Mean Boys joint stay. I mean, we're putting together. It's funny that there's a very nice shit in the worst house ever now.
It's going to be so good, dude. Live streaming capabilities. We're going to be fucking on fire.
I know.
So
I
pumped.
gotta Amazon us a damn rug because I think I'm telling you, you're better when your feet are on carpet.
It's true.
I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I really.
the fuck up.
I'm serious.
No,
If
I'm
you-
with them on this
You're
one.
a little more comfortable. Like I wake like my bed, like having a tile floor bedroom is
Yes.
weird, right?
Yes, that's
like
why-
you wake
yes.
up. You wake up and I got a rug now, but it's like your feet hit cold tile.
Yeah, it feels more cold
this-
and empty, like you're
Yes.
staying in
It
like
doesn't
a,
feel cozy. You
Yeah.
start the day with a little anxiety. You
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I subletted a room that had tile floors, and it was so depressing.
They're extra cold. They're extra
Yeah.
hot when it's hot. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
mess. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
a bad time.
And
It's
ours
dirty.
are dirty. Yeah, ours are dirty. So there's always like a little gravel on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always just like a layer of schmutz everywhere.
Are we talking
Kitty litter
about
for some
tiles
reason
right now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting the call, Nicole.
It's Felicia, folks.
Oh, do
Oh.
not answer that.
I'll-
Put her on.
I'll-
Put her on the pod.
Yeah, should I?
Let's get her in. Let's
Oh,
get.
it
Let's
ended.
pick a fight with Tom.
Yeah. Get her on the pod. We need diversity. I don't think we've ever. When was the last time the Main Boys had a black person on?
I think when we
besides
had
OP?
Felicia Folks on. Let's see. Happy Yusef Roach.
Oh, that's right. Yusef
whatever
Roach
Robin
counts.
is.
Yeah, that's true. You guys, I like with the Mean Boys diversity picks. They're not just diversity picks. They're extreme diversity picks.
Oh yeah. When we go Samir Suri. We go all
Go
out.
Samir Suri, you guys go Republican, Muslim.
Yeah,
you
we
guys
we
go
just check 3 boxes and we're done for the month.
Vietnamese.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We just. I want to have Felicia back on. She's great.
Felicia's great. She's
Yeah.
a wonderful
One of my
person.
best friends. I love her.
Yeah, what a great person.
All right, guys, we're gonna play around a Did They Die? Sent in to us from Alex L. We lost the first question of this game because the recorder, I broke it. I don't know, it's my bad. So we're gonna go to round 2. A Canadian Zamboni driver hit a gate while entering the rink, lodging a piece of the vehicle under the Zamboni. He lived, but he was charged with a DUI by Mounties. Oh wait, no, I read the answer. All right,
Okay, I'm gonna say he lived.
I have a question. What is a Zamboni again?
A
It's like
Zamboni
a-
is the
I love that Tom. This
Tom
is
is like, a thing I know.
I got this.
there
I
is
got this.
so few questions where Tom is so fired up. To
Motherfucker, I
dude.
Zamboni like a son of a bitch. It's like a son of a bitch. It's the big ice truck they used to resurface the ice between periods for hockey games.
yeah, it's like sandpaper, but for cold things.
$15 a month to the Patreon, and you get your I Zamboni like a son of a bitch t-shirt.
I call them hockey lawnmowers.
Oh, that's so funny, Tom.
I mean that is kind of what they are. Yeah.
yeah.
That's absolutely what they are. Well, thank you for explaining that to me, Tom.
Yeah. You never been on a Zamboni?
They're hockey tractors.
I don't know where I
Yeah.
would be on a Zamboni.
At an ice rink.
You know how your family will have like one weird kind of insignificant connection that they blow out of proportion to be a
Yeah.
big like. I was like when I was growing up, I remember my grandma would be like, we knew the Zamboni family. They live right down the street from us. I'd be like, I'm 7. I'm pretty
Zamboni.
sure this doesn't fucking mean anything.
The Zamboni family?
Oh yeah, we're Jude in deep with the Zambonis, guys.
That's so fucking
The
good.
they even have a Zamboni song.
Do they really?
Yeah.
How does it go?
I want to ride a Zamboni, and then they just repeat that for like.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I want to run.
I think it's by the same guy who wrote "Good Old Hockey Game is the best game."
I don't know any hockey songs. That's what I'm realizing.
Yeah.
'Cause
I don't either.
You're a loser.
It's the one
I
sport.
didn't know there's like a take me out to the ball game for hockey.
Yeah.
You know what has a lot of songs? Soccer.
Really?
Soccer,
Yeah.
rugby.
Ole, ole, ole,
Ole, ole.
That's
It's
one.
world music.
Yeah.
That's
They
yeah.
sing
Oh,
a
dude, everyone's
lot.
favorite genre, world.
Rugby songs are crazy because they also like do weird shit like elephant lines and like jerk each other off in the bar while just screaming about like punching someone from another country.
Oh, really?
Here's the thing about soccer music. They have a lot of music because it's an international thing. It's the same way that Trevor Noah has a lot of fans. He doesn't really have a lot of fans. It's just international people who don't know any better. you
Yeah,
know?
it's like, well, James Corden, I don't count the followers from England.
Yes,
That's not a real place.
That's James Gordon. I've said it
Is
once,
that the chef?
he's
yes,
the host
it's
of
actually
the,
no, he's the chef.
Yeah.
He's cooks up jokes.
I've said it once and I'll say it
Who's
again.
James Gordon?
Every single time we get an English host, we should send a shittier one back to them.
Yeah.
We get James Corden. I think they should have gotten Steve-O on BBC. I've said this many times.
Dude, I
Next
think
up on
England
Channel
would love
4,
me.
Steve O. Tonight with Steve O. That would be so good. Steve O hosting an English talk show.
BBC, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, sobriety's like going to the gym. You got to show up to really make it. Anyway, I'm going to light my pubes on fire while Adele plays ping pong.
Fucking vomiting, dry heaving.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I don't have any hair left to shave and make a merkin out of, but I mean, I can eat anyone have a cockroach I could eat?
Steve-O's the one guy vocally I look down on where I go, oof. Talk about an annoying voice.
No, you kind of do sound like a like Steve-O if he hadn't like partied his
That's
hard.
what I'm
you know?
saying. Like his voice
Steven,
is
if he
so
quit, Steven, if he
bad.
quit after one crate of whippets.
Dude, that was a really intense period of Steve-O's life when he was on Whippets.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm so glad Dr. Drew is around to save him.
The fucking funniest thing to be addicted to is whippets.
really is,
you know,
yeah.
like there's no glamour in that addiction at all because you're just surrounded by balloons and empty. It looks like you just really love paintballing and birthday parties.
You know, come to think of it, it's a pretty good miracle that Keith was never addicted to Whippets. You know, at the end of a whipped cream can, you would think he would have gotten high every once in a while.
yeah, you would have think
Wait,
you'd be
can
like,
a whipped cream can get you high?
Yeah, it's that.
Oh,
it's what
fuck.
they used to pack a whipped cream can.
I remember my neighbors tried to fucking do that to me. Like they tried to like do whipped cream whippets, you know, when we were kids, and it just didn't work. You know,
I think-
Wait.
Do you remember, we did a lot of like suburban, like we can't get out, like we did the
Sniffing
nutmeg
Sharpies
thing.
and
Hang
shit.
on, so just
Nutmeg.
firing
Yeah.
it straight in your mouth is going to get you...
So I think what
That's
going to
get you fat, but you have to.
Yeah, I think it's either the end or the beginning. If you like use it a certain
Okay,
way.
well, I did both.
I think what I was told is like you kind of have to like get it so it's like hissing, but the whipped cream's not coming out.
Yes. So
You know?
exactly. So it's hissing is such a funny description.
Yeah.
Yeah, I for sure... Okay.
You get the can to sound like it's peeing itself, and then
Yes.
you huff the fumes.
Like through your mouth or nose?
I guess you could do
either
one.
or. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to give you extra points if you're doing it through your nose.
Yeah, you're snorting whippets.
That's a dangerous
That's some next
move.
level shit.
I feel like all birthday clowns are probably just doing that all the
that's a
time.
good point.
If I was a
Yeah.
birthday clown, I mean, I probably need to unwind. You
Gotta
know,
unwind somehow.
I got to get
right?
myself in a silly mood.
I imagine a birthday clown throwing a pie in his own face at the end of the day, just putting his legs up. I gotta chill.
Like that's his cracking a cold one. You know, he goes to the fridge. There's a bunch of beer. He slides it out of the way. You know, grabs a pie. Man.
Jesus.
What a takes off his big ass shoes. At the end of a long day.
He pops the popper and then just sniffs the fumes afterwards.
Oh yeah, man. One time I like did a party popper on my chest, like I was committing suicide with it when I was a little kid, and I was just like, why did I do that?
Yeah,
You ever have that shit when you're a little kid where you're just like, well, this is gonna hurt me, but for some like you just see yourself, you see it happening outside of your body, and you're like, I'm just doing
And
it.
you're like, there's no way I can not do this.
Yeah, me and my brother used to throw those, like, you know, those cracker, like the the
poppers.
Oh, the party snaps, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to like throw them at each other all the time.
Oh yeah, that was fun. We used to do that shit
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
were the best, man.
Those were good, man.
We had a good like black markety ice cream man. Like there was like a while where he would sell you these like single action, like that little clip, like airsoft pistols.
Yeah.
You know, so we were just having airsoft shootouts, and they cost $5. And I'm like, dude, I love. Like this guy, like raided a storage unit or like fucking stole these from Mexico. Like it was awesome.
That's
He had
like-
all the fireworks and shit. He
You
was the
gotta love
best.
The Jews. They do things like that.
Yeah.
Where they sell illegal. You're talking about your ice cream man was Jewish?
No, he's a Mexican guy or the Latin guy. I don't know what he was, but
Interesting.
Yeah,
Mexicans also sell illegal things.
Oh, usually most of my ice cream men have been Jewish.
Really?
Southeast Asian.
I don't think of it the Jewish.
kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
No, absolutely not.
You got me on that one. That would be funny if it's like, yeah, Greek people own a lot of diners. If it's like, oh, the great tradition of Jewish ice cream men. Oh, it's so cold in the truck.
Every single
Oh
time.
my god.
It's one of my favorite bits. Opie will be like, yeah, my friend Amario, he used to sell these boots that he found at the bottom of a truck. And I'd be like, Amario, did you go to his bar mitzvah? Was it a good time? Nah, dog, Amario was blind.
I wish Opie would tell more of his growing up in shitty DC stories because they're just the names of people is like,
Hilarious.
yeah, like Stinky J, like was in a mood or whatever.
Fighting Jamarcus.
Yeah. I mean, just like some guy that brought a knife to school who just had the most outlandish fucking name.
Yeah,
you know,
he really has good ones.
like there would be people where I'm like, if I wrote a script where I had a guy that was black with this name, like I would be drawn and quartered. But this is just a guy from Opie's life. Yeah, but did you ever like see someone like do something like so like someone do something like so racist that it's like offensive to them? Like I had a black friend who got fired from KFC for failing a drug test. I'm like, my dog, you have won the stereotype Olympics. Like this is the
No, but my favorite version of that was I saw a comic on stage, and he was hammered drunk. He's a Mexican dude, and he starts going, I don't like Mexicans, I don't like black people. And then everyone's like, okay. You're like, no, I can say that. I thought I was going to say because I'm Mexican. He goes, I can say that because I genuinely don't like them.
I was sitting outside of an open mic with Brad Solnitzer, Jewish comic, and he was talking to me, and the whole time he was kind of like rubbing his fingers together, and I looked closer, and he was holding 2 pennies, and he was rubbing them together while talking to me, and I go, Brad, come on.
This is a bad look.
This is a bad... And he honestly goes, he looks down and he looks at the pennies and goes, I didn't even know I was doing that.
Just subconsciously penny pinching.
So
I do that sometimes. I'll be in Starbucks using Burt's Bees chapstick, being like, well, I'm being a lot right now.
That's so funny.
I'm a punchline to a Kyrie Shabazz joke in this moment. That was fucking one of the most hurtful things anyone ever said. I did this a black show, but then that was when I met Kyrie, and I was like the only white guy there, and he showed up. I didn't know the other comics. I was out of town, and he walks in. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing here? You look like your name's Connor or some shit." He just guessed my name, and I was like, "You asshole! You looked at the flyer." He was like, "Oh, your name's," and he just laughed for 45 minutes.
So funny. So funny. Oh, dude.
All right, number 3 of Did They Die? A pair of Minnesota dweebs got in a fight over Magic the Gathering, one of whom had been previously charged with possessing an explosive with intent. Did they die?
Was that you?
That wasn't me. No, I
Sounds
don't
like
have an accent.
Sounds like a
plays
Connor
Yu-Gi-Oh.
thing.
A thinking man's
You never
game.
played Magic the Gathering?
I try to get into it, but it's just it's one of these things where it had been going on for so long. I couldn't really I could tell you a little bit about I could learn the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time I was playing, but Magic the Gathering, it's like you get like 50-year-old dudes being back in my day when blue dicks ruled the land, and I'm just like I can't fucking.
And so you were just like, fuck this, and you brought explosives.
Yeah, I guess so. I'd been like oh, that shit happened when I was a kid. We had a neighbor Armando who was El Salvadorian, and we had to raise it. We would make bombs. So all the kids would make bombs. You know, we'd take apart fireworks, whatever, shotgun shell, gunpowder. We'd make backyard fucking redneck pill bottle Advil.
So this is
bombs.
a card playing kind of thing to do, is make up explosives.
Yeah, because he's like, it's like a suburban thing.
Right.
Yeah, it was just fun. It was like awesome.
You were a group of child terrorists.
Exactly, yeah. But Armando was El Salvadorian, and he did not look Arab. So we'd blown up fucking shit in the middle of the street, which is like, hey, Dad, come see this one.
Yeah.
And then Armando was making bottle bombs, and he had to be. He was on probation for like 3 years. It was so fucked up because I came home and there's like 8 cop cars, and he's just outside. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
How
and
old were you?
I was probably 12 or 13.
It's cool of him not to sell you guys out.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah.
That's a super cool move.
Yeah, we're a real piece. Armando was kind of an asshole.
I'm going to say he's alive because I think it was Connor.
I'm going to go with dead because just sort of like it feels like an accident kind of thing. Like, I don't think anybody purposely meant to kill anybody, but I think somebody dies.
I'm gonna say dead because Ramsey, I think, knows a lot lot about explosives.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's the kind of thing where you're like
That's his racial, but he has a
Because he
plus
wears
2 to all
glasses?
explosive checks. Being Arab, that's on his D&D.
you do a
Character
thing
sheet.
where you're so invested in Magic the Gathering that you don't realize explosions really kill people. That kind of a thing. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, I will say that I don't know if explosives are involved, but one of the guys had been previously charged with an explosive, possession of explosives with intent. So
Okay,
there's
I'm going to associate those two pieces of information. I'm going to wager that they're connected.
Okay, all right. Is everyone guessed?
Yeah.
I forgot what I guessed. What did I guess?
Dead.
What
guessed
did you
dead.
say?
You guessed dead.
Okay, dead.
All right. They lived, but he was stabbed in the face 7 times and hit with a rubber mallet.
Wait, did he live after being stabbed in the face 7
Yeah,
times?
yeah.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
That's nuts.
And I need you. I don't know if it's possible for you to confirm, but I need to figure out what order those attacks happened.
I know it's weird. Like, do you stun him with the rubber mallet while the Tweety birds are flying around? Then you go in for the
Because
fuck.
it feels weird if you stab him 7 times and then you grab a rubber mallet.
And you're like, and now the piece de resistance, something you use to tap hardwood flooring in. Yeah, that is, and the face is a weird. I would feel. I mean, stabbing someone seems.
There's a lot
tough,
of bones in there.
but stabbing the face seems
Yeah,
hard.
that's-
You
how?
know?
That's a person where I'm okay with executing them. All right, you have it in you or you don't to stab someone in the
And
face.
if this is the trigger, I mean,
I'm trying to think of
How
7
good was he at
spots you
Magic?
could stab
Who won the
Spots in
game?
face, you're so right. There's
Yeah.
no.
like there's not a lot of spots
Eyes.
to stab.
You
I mean,
stab him in the eyes.
you can stab the eyes, you can stab the cheeks, you can stab, I guess, like the mouth area. But I mean, there's no great place to get stabbed.
turkey waddle.
100%.
The turkey.
Turkey waddle. Oh no.
He pierced my gizzard. Oh no.
Ears.
Poor guy.
My
No.
grandma does the fucking old lady like head bop thing,
Yeah.
but she's got the most brutal fucking turkey neck. So she'd drive me home from school when I was a kid, and she'd like be bopping her head to Motown records, and it's just like fucking like a whole stadium doing the wave on her fucking chin. I just remember looking over like, oh jeez.
Fuck, dude, 7 in the face.
That was like when there was that stabbing at Comic-Con, and it was with a pencil. Like it wasn't even like a Deadpool sword. It was like
He's got to be like blind and deaf and not be able to.
that's fucked up. Remember Gidget who got her leg bit off by the shark? This guy's not the Gidget of magic. He shows up looking all. He looks like an actual anime villain. He comes. And he's just like, oh yeah, they took my parents, and I'm here to avenge their death.
Yeah, you're right. This is a good point. The real victim in this is that kid's parents. If I was a parent, I would so much rather hear my son shot up a school than my son stabbed the guy over a game of Magic.
Oh, even if like your son's got a fucked up face, like yeah, he lived through a gang shooting. He's a hero.
Yes,
they did a thing
exactly.
about him on Channel 7, but it's like he had a really good black deck.
Yeah.
and fucking took
He
him
played a
out.
counter card wrong, and then the fucking knife hit him in the face. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy.
All right, the day after a Dungeons & Dragons session, a player drove over to the Dungeon Master's house and attacked him in his sleep with a hammer for messing with his character.
Oh, I'm
Oh
going.
my
this is,
God.
Okay, now I'm hard and fast on this one. This is a death because this is malice. This is anger. This isn't heat of the moment. This is premeditated.
And it's a hammer, like a metal hammer.
Oh,
not
dude,
a
because
rubber
I mean, like,
mallet.
I played D&D too, and like for me, it was like poker night. Like it was like, who cares? We're gonna have a fun time. It's an excuse to talk some shit.
Yeah.
But there are people like Nathan Camp, my buddy. Like he'd be playing this month-long thing, and he's very invested in the arc of his. I never gave that much of a shit. I'm like, let's play make believe and have a good time, roll some dice. But like when you've like invested, like this is Thornax the Barbarian. All right, he is on a quest to bring honor to his village. He's half orc, half human. All right, he's not accepted by either, and he's trying to prove himself. So if you fuck with that, I mean, people go ballistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that half of these have been nerd games turned into violent whack-a-mole.
I do like that this guy's found the most mean boysy crimes he could. Yeah. People overreacting to things that do not matter.
Yeah.
If 2018 has taught us anything, it's that the nerds are the ones to be careful of. So
yeah.
I think that this is a great indicative sign of that, and I'm going with dead.
All right.
Lack of pussy and friends.
Really gets
Does-
you going.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go switcheroo. I think that the guy with the hammer's dead.
All right.
Ooh.
They both lived, guys.
Oh, this guy's really fucking with
I'm
me.
surprised that because I feel like I'm not even like a card carrying nerd
Yeah,
anymore.
nerds
I wouldn't
really
say, but
can't
I'm like,
fight.
you hit me with a hammer, I'm just like I'm gonna try to die. I'm not holding. I'm like fuck this. This blows.
Live again after that and experience a world where hammer blows are real.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's just gnarly.
Have all these people lived so far?
They've all lived so
Oh,
far.
that's disappointing.
I know. Yeah, this is fucking. It's not called how badly were they hurt, buddy? Come on.
Although I'm glad the Zamboni guy lived. Anybody with a job, I'm like, you're good. You're fine.
If this is over a dumb hobby, I mean, we could take or leave you as a society.
We didn't
but,
talk about that. Did you say he got a DUI? Like he was drunk when he was driving the Zamboni?
I think there was a story where a guy got a Zamboni DUI.
That's bullshit. All Zamboni drivers are
CUI,
drunk.
Zamboni.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Zamboning under the influence.
It's like I don't really want a pilot that doesn't have a whiskey sour before you take off. you
well,
know?
like, how hammered could you be to not be able to drive a Zamboni? They take everyone off of the ice. All you have to do is not hit the fucking wall.
yeah, you might hurt a wall or yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
And the walls are already being hit by the players. Who
Yeah,
gives
yeah.
a fuck?
So nothing but respect for you if you got drunk enough to fail at Zamboni.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty
struggling with the mic
impressed.
a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, fucking. Yeah, I used to have this bit that never worked, but it was like those guys that like are really into like they're like I only fuck girls that are half black and half Asian because they got the Asian features and they got the black body. Like I just think it'd be funny like think about like that, but he's talking about like fucking D&D races where he's like, dude, all right, she got that orc booty, but she's got a human face. It's awesome. That's like a 2012 Connor bit.
Yeah, that's
where I'm
for
like,
sure.
LA
this
face
is
with
gonna
the
win
Orkland
everybody
booty.
over at Gallagher's in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, that is for sure. Connor hosting Max Bloom's Friday night.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
That was we're talking about just with all the OC people in roast about how shitty we were to each other when we all started. And the first time you came when I was hosting Max Bloom's, the open mic we all kind of came from. I had an eye patch on because I had a horrible sty and like
Yes.
my eye was like swollen shut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like Rav's just like, who's this unfunny mean man in an eye patch?
You know how when you go to open mics, especially your first ones, you're kind of like, oh, like you're looking to see how comedy works.
Yeah.
I saw Connor, who is now the best comic I know, and just like a guy like undeniably good. But at that time, Connor I thought was so bad that I was like, I could do stand-up. This is easy.
It's so funny.
He
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
on stage bombing, and the reason why he was
yeah.
bombing was because it was Max Bloom's Friday night.
Right.
Every shithead in OC comic would go and like try to get each other to bomb, but I was just being like, he was bombing. I think you did like a moonwalk out of desperation.
Oh yeah, I had an idea for a bit. Dude, it's so funny that the ideas you have when you first start, because I have this bit where it's like, if I could do a sick moonwalk, this is going to be really fun. So I like learned. I got a decent moonwalk. I won't lie to you
I
guys.
think you did. I do
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it was fine, but I remember just being like, boy, this guy's going for anything. He can.
That was the best. It was like I hear people talk about film school, like you get all your bad ideas. I'm like, I love so many bad ideas. The guy Kevin that owns that place, I got to buy him a car or something if I ever make it, because I lost him so much fucking business. Because these college kids would like walk in like after a night of like getting hammered and be drunk, and they're first away from home, they're just fucking lit. They're like, oh, let me get a coffee and sober up so my fucking RA doesn't get pissed at me. And then they walk into me with a fucking eye patch, long dirty hair, wearing shitty clothes, just going, yeah. And my dad walked in on me jerking off, and he scared the cum out of me. Everybody.
It's weird, Connor, because I knew you for like 1 week when you had those kinds of bits.
Yeah.
It's like there's like a weird thing that happened where I met you, and then like 3 weeks later, you cleaned up your entire act.
Oh,
You
yeah.
became like a normal comic.
I started going on the road, and I was like, I was afraid. I sold out for like $50 one nighters. I was like, oh, dude, if I just tell jokes about Mexicans, I can get a free chicken sandwich and $40. This is awesome.
I met you when I was really big. I met you at like my second open
may
mic,
have been
and
your number
also
two.
at Max Bloom's.
Max Bloom's 3 people in the crowd, me, Opie, and like
Something
one
like
other
that.
person.
Oh yeah.
And
was I hosting, or was this the Opie era?
It was Opie
It was
era.
Opie, yeah. And I thought you hated me.
I did not hate you. It was I remember like I may have even been guest hosting that day or whatever, but I remember you did a bit about how like you hate guys with beards.
I
or
did
something.
that hacky like beards are makeup for dudes, like hiding
Oh,
your
yeah,
shitty
yeah.
face.
And
And apparently, but it was because Ramsey was the only one paying attention in the
Yes.
entire room. Apparently, it was just staring straight at Ramsey the whole time. And then so he went on stage and like.
and did some like, oh,
Yeah.
why are you looking at me? Like,
And
just
then like said that you guys like were passing notes during my set. And I was like, oh my god, everyone hates me.
So shitty.
I'm so-
we would just
Nicole.
like, it would be someone's first
It's
time,
okay,
and we'd all just be heckling like it was the fucking
I already
worst.
said my Connor story, so we're all friends now.
if it
It's
makes you
great.
feel any better, you've officially career-wise surpassed me. So congratulations.
Man, when Opie first started coming, it was the funniest shit. Because I would have never thought in a billion years that Opie and I would be friends or roommate. Like, it would have been unconceivable if you told me. Because he would just like, yo, like, I got to go do an improv show, so could you put me up early every week? And then could I come back later and go on again? And I'm like, oh, you just started and you're horrible at this, and you're very confident that you deserve a lot of special treatment here.
This housing configuration it would have blown my fucking mind. And
Oh, yeah. Whenever the first time Ramsey and I hung out, he said something mildly rude to me, and I threw a protein bar at him as hard as I could. Just like, what a weird assault.
he stepped back to throw this power bar.
I fucking...
He leaned
My
into
God.
it.
What did you say?
Like, I used to say that if Connor threw that thing at me so hard that if there was a baseball scout nearby, he would have gotten a scholarship.
What did you say?
You know what it was?
It could not have... I have no idea.
It was a thing where, like, I was new, and we were all standing in a circle. I was friends with Damien and Opie.
Yeah.
And Connor said something to me, like, kind of like a roasty kind of thing. But it was at that, in comedy, it's like, if you don't know somebody that well and they're ahead of you, you're not supposed to rib them back.
Oh, no, and
Right.
I absolutely shouldn't have been like, do you know who the fuck I am? I've been hosting this open mic for 6 months. I'm a big deal on this street corner on Malden Avenue. It's my fucking city.
So I said something back to him. Like, he had said something, I said something back to him, and he just wound up and threw a fucking power bar at me. It was really, really funny.
Well,
Pretty funny.
all right, guys, and the final one. A woman took a bite of her husband's grilled cheese sandwich. He went to the basement, grabbed his gun, and began firing it into the floor above the kitchen. Their children were home.
Oh, my God.
Did
someone's
anybody
dead.
die?
Someone's
Dead.
dead.
Damn,
Definitely
that's
the grilled
that's
cheese.
That's such like a weird action movie sequence to just fire into. So you just see bullets coming up out of the ground. Like, that's horrifying.
And you're, like, breathing with your, like, against the wall.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a homemade mac and cheese.
It was a grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
You've
Yeah.
already lost
Mac
the
and cheese.
information.
She's still like
Tom, you
chewing
have
the
the memory
grilled
of a
cheese.
goldfish.
I know. I got cheese right.
You did. You got cheese.
Yeah, Tom would ace any test as long as the answer was the last word they said in the question.
See, you're not the only one who gets brutal when they're hungry, Connor.
Ooh, damn. Again, we were talking about how we were in a good mood earlier, so the show just became a Kathy cartoon because we were just bitching like, oh my God, when I haven't had my 8 hours, I am a wreck. Don't even talk to me till I've had my coffee, sister. Who took my Yoplait out of the fridge?
I don't know who Kathy is.
Oh, it's like a cartoon about like a single like chubby woman who's just like, oh my God, my horoscope was bad.
Tom, you are literally the furthest person away from their demographic of a Kathy cartoon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can
So-
think of no piece of media you would relate to less than Kathy the comic
than a
strip.
Kathy
I
comic
feel like that's
strip.
most pieces of media.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right.
Yeah.
about
I think
that.
you've so far just resonated with Taxi Driver and Tom Waits, and everything else has been kind
I
of
like
a swing and a miss.
Vonnegut.
Oh, he likes Vonnegut. Yeah, Tom does. Tom, it's funny. We were the other night at the Fonda Theater for the roast battle.
Yeah.
And there's this weird piece of art on the wall. And I kind of remarked like, "Oh, this guy's got a flute up his ass." And Tom knew the whole history of the painting. Tom,
Yeah,
literally goes-
Zerato's Bosch.
Yeah, Tom goes, yeah. Tom literally turned to me and goes like, yeah, he often painted paintings that were his depiction of hell.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
he believed. And I was like, Tom, how do you know so much about this artist?
Well, I mean, what's crazy about him is if he just like painted that shit, they would have fucking probably executed them. But he found a way to get the I think it was the Catholics to commission him to paint depictions of hell, and that's why he could do edgy artwork.
This is why I believe.
Oh, he found like a loophole.
yeah,
Interesting.
but yeah.
I don't believe if I ever got trapped in some kind of a Saw escape room situation, Tom is the only one who gets us out alive because Tom knows all of these little
Oh yeah.
pieces of information.
I do think that the house, would be a good horror movie team. Like I think
absolutely.
like Keith is the like in terms of schmoozing someone and manipulating people.
Yeah.
Like in an apocalypse scenario, Keith is absolutely worth keeping
Yes.
around because he's got a silver tongue. You know.
Silver tongue, you've got me. I'm the guy who's going to go like, all right, we have a Campbell
All right,
soup
let's
can,
build the boat.
2 strings. Okay, I ordered a couple of things on Amazon. If we plug them all in together, I can build us a small Cessna.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
my skill. That's my contribution. Opie dies. So and that's
Opie's very particular. Opie's like, man, I haven't had my Maca powder. I'm fading, dog. Like.
also, Opie gives too much power to the supernatural, so he will yield way too quickly. Opie's very afraid of supernatural.
Oh yeah. One of the, we got into a bit of argument because I left a Ouija board on the table, and he's like, "Yo, could you move that?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry, just bring it to my room." And he's like, "I'm not touching that."
One of you grabs a knife and he's like, "Yo, that's like my knife."
He's like,
I know we're fighting marauders, but like that's like my tire iron.
he tells the demon, "Those are my fudge tin brownies. So like, if you want to like use them, that's all right."
I mean, if you're gonna like, it's okay to like take my ammunition to shoot off a raider, but like ask before you use my ammunition.
One of my favorite memories is we were just fresh into comedy. We had all these great ideas, and like we had this idea for a sketch. You remember where the Ouija board just kept spelling it was about to spell the N word, and like we were like,
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, we briefly tried to start a sketch troupe.
and Opie legitimately was like, "Yo, dog, honestly, if you guys have a Ouija board, I won't even be near the sketch."
That was his
We'll have
problem.
to-
Not
he was
that
like, we'll have to if you guys could like. He legitimately brought this up as a point that he thought would be an acceptable solution. You guys could like green screen me in.
Opie literally wanted us to like get like a fucking Spielberg budget on this fucking sketch, so he didn't have to see a Parker Brothers Ouija board.
Yeah, we shot one sketch. I wonder if I still can find it anywhere with Ian Davis and Damien, where we it was like about you have a fake hand that you put in your long sleeve shirt so that you can jerk off under the table, and then it was called a handy J.
That's really
And
funny.
it was like what is this idea? Like this,
It's one of those things where like something about comedy where it's
this
like,
got shut down on Mad TV 12 years ago. Like
your first ideas are terrible, and then 13 years later, you go like, they're actually really funny, and like that, I go, it's actually really funny.
when you're writing for anything, it's always the first joke you write and the last joke you write. You
Yes.
know, like it's.
Yes.
All right. So you guys think that the grilled cheese
He lives.
bandit,
Dead.
dead.
I'm gonna separate myself in this game.
they lived. They all lived that
I'll
round.
live
Yeah.
that round.
Man,
yeah.
fucking lame.
Yeah, but I like this guy. He kept us on
That
our
is,
toes.
that
It
is like a
wasn't-
weird Breaking Bad finale moment where
Yes.
the Nazis are upstairs.
Dude, we were just talking about that fucking final scene. How great was that fucking? You remember that Badfinger song that they used, "Baby Blue"?
Oh yeah, perfect.
God, perfect. Oh,
Yeah, man, good week for Badfinger. I always like when they pop up like an obscure band into like a famous scene, and it's just like those guys could use a damn residual check, you know?
God bless them. What a fucking band. What a good band.
I know. Never,
Goldfinger?
Badfinger.
Oh,
yeah,
I
the
know.
band based on the Austin Powers movie. They were really underrated. on the same record label as the Beatles.
Isn't Goldfinger the do?
There might be a band called Goldfinger. I don't know.
Keith would know.
That sounds right.
It might be one of this like K-Rock acoustic.
Keep humming.
Christmas
We'll get there.
bands. Yeah.
That does sound like it. Yeah, I think there is like a punk band
From Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Like,
Good rollerblades.
Oh fuck! Who's the skateboard Tony?
Oh, dude, no, I'm not stopping until you. Who's the skateboard Tony?
$15 a
That
month.
sounds like something you shout at an Italian child who's making a ruckus outside your house. Get out of here, you skateboard Tony!
Not the metal Tony, the skateboard Tony.
Who's the metal Tony?
Stark.
Iron Man.
Iron Tony. I guess Iron's a metal.
Yeah, I know my
Tony.
elements.
Yeah, no, who's the
Tony Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk.
$15
His
a
video
month.
game.
Tony Pigeon.
$15 a month. Get your Tony Stark.
I used to listen to this all the time. Play goalie at lacrosse. Fucking what
a great soundtrack. The Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that really made a lot of careers, you know?
Oh my God, that made
Wasn't
sense.
that Goldfinger?
Could have been. Yeah, I'm Tom. I'm actually with you on this one. Just
Yeah.
like,
Dude, for a punk band, getting on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack was like getting a Netflix special.
it really was. It was
Yeah.
a Netflix special.
It
It was
fucking-
the Tonight Show set.
It was that was like the Johnny Carson Tonight Show for no effects making a comeback. All right, well that was Did They Die? We'll be right back with the Mean Boys mailbag right after this.
Hi, this is Tom Goss, and for years now, I have been saying words into your ears using computers I don't understand. And today I'm going to use the computers to teach you how to make food. That's right, tonight is making Agasta, like pasta, but my name. Get it? Our country has been very rude to other countries lately, saying that they can't live here, saying that all those people from other countries are criminals, putting kids in cages, and for that reason I am going to try to heal through food and bridge the walls between two countries by teaching you how to make sushi. Sushi is a dish prepared in loud restaurants where people are often wearing scarves on their heads, but not in an ISIS-y way, more of a I don't trust foreheads way. Usually when you walk in, someone screams something in either Japanese or Aramaic. It might be a spell, you can never be sure, they seem happy and I don't trust smiles. But today I teach you how to have sushi without the confusion of sorcery. The first thing you need to do is make rice. Rice is small bread that tastes better as it gets wetter, similar to a vagina or a glass of water. You're going to take the rice and drown it, then make it feel warm, similar to a vagina or a glass of frozen water. After the rice isn't hard to chew, you're ready to make sushi. If the rice is hard, try to loosen it more with hot water. You put the rice on one side of the seaweed, which I recommend you get from the store. One time I tried to find seaweed myself and a small child drowned. Then you need fish. You want the fish to be dead. This is very important because living fish will fight you when you eat them. Cut him up to ensure his death, then put the pieces throughout the seaweed, and then add hard vegetables, carrots, cucumbers, celery, Stephen Hawking's, whatever you want. Once you've applied the seaweed, rice, and sushi innards together, you're going to get the bunch of rolling sticks they used to torture John McCain. Then use a torture device to roll it into a burrito. See, I told you it was a homage to Mexico. Burritos. Cut it up into sad circles and voila, sushi. Gotta go now. Itadakimasu.
Oh, and the Mean Boys podcast is back. Before we get into it, Ramsey Badawi's got a new podcast called The Big Ass Ram Dog Show. Keith and I were just guests on episode 1. You guys should go subscribe. Check that shit out. Get a little more Ramsey Badawi in your life every week. I'm excited you're at the helm of your own ship.
Oh, dude, so much great feedback from the Mean Boys people, even though you couldn't hear episode 1.
Yeah, even though it's a little quiet. Yeah, I got some pointers.
The audio was a little bad. It was new stuff. I was still kicking in some of the stuff, but oh, dude, episode 2 is going to be a blast.
Who you got coming in for that one?
Episode 2, we got Chris Estrada, we got Paige Weldon, and I believe we're also going to have Asif Ali sit in. So it'll be a fun time. Nice. Hopefully, follow me on Twitter right now at The Bard Show. Twitter.com/The Bard Show. And I think we're going to live stream it. Hopefully. So live stream. Check out the live stream. New episodes every Wednesday.
Already trying to cuck us with better technical capabilities.
Dude, I'm trying to get the Mean Boys up and running on the live stream. If you guys love the idea of a Mean Boys live stream,
oh, it would be fun, man.
Retweet,
it'd be fun to do for like the bonus episodes or whatever. You know, you guys could ask us silly things in real time.
I'm telling you, man, that's. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Anyways,
It will be fun. Yeah, we're actually like looking at the studio. You're like, oh, I actually am not embarrassed to invite people here anymore.
No, not at all. I think you do a couple more. I have a couple more tweaks. Again, it's like I didn't have Ritalin for a week, and then I had it again, and then boom, the studio was done.
Oh yeah, dude. That's fucking rocket fuel, man.
Pure fucking just junky fucking energy.
Oh yeah, Ramsey texted me for one of two things. It's either to ask to borrow Ritalin or he's excited about something he just did while he's hopped up on Ritalin.
I really do. Connor's one of the first people that I go, yo, dude, guess what? Just got an old Chevy Nova.
yeah, dude. Yeah, looked into it. Crocheting is not that hard. And guess what? They're paying top dollar from Buff and Pan holders on the fucking Etsy right now.
You know what's easier than crocheting is knitting. I like knitting better.
Listen, Tom.
I can't imagine you. I can imagine you with knitting needles, using them for other things.
Yeah,
I picture you knitting, Tom, but somehow something dies. Like you're knitting and it's like a kitten unrelated is dying.
Oh yeah, you're knitting like fucking animal ligaments. You know, like, oh yeah, I made a quilt out of skunk parts. I figured I could wear it and become their leader, so they would finally respect my authority as a biped.
Everyone else in my family is fucking crocheting, and I'm the only rebel who's knitting.
Yeah, that's good.
I was such a Bobby Hill ass kid because like I would like my mother and aunts would like quilt and shit. My grandma would crochet, and I'd be like, Dad, this is awesome, and he'd be like, oh yeah, son, you want to play baseball? I was like, are you kidding me? All right, we're almost done with this shawl.
Thomas said so many things this episode that I would like to get tattooed onto my body.
Oh yeah,
I'm
dude.
the only. Everyone in my family's crocheting. I'm the only rebel knitting.
It's true. Everyone else fucking crocheted. Except my dad. He has arthritis. He can do shit.
Wow.
He just wears hats.
Okay.
What? He doesn't make them?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more in the wear and hat game, not so much in the making them by hand like an Amish person game.
I like that the Goss family has this, like, they're like, look, we see the world as one of two people. You make hats or you wear hats.
He's an importer, not an exporter.
And no one in my family wears hats.
I want to know like what the Goss family like Thanksgiving conversations are about.
It's always. I mean,
I've like met your family and they're all kind of odd in their own way. I guess I'd say.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
we're all profoundly unique in our own way, which is the nice way of saying we're all lunatics. But
yeah, it's not. They're not all Tom. They're equally strange in different directions.
Your
yes.
mom was a surprise to me. Your dad, I was like, yeah, this is Tom's dad. I could feel it.
I want to meet your dad so bad.
Tom's dad.
Ever
really
since you told me
awesome.
that I got super drunk, have we talked? Oh, we talked about it on a bonus episode, I think.
What
About how I got super drunk and then was laughing at everything, and then you told me that your dad's favorite dad joke was when someone said like "go ahead," that he'd be like, "What would he say?"
Oh yeah, Nicole was hammered, and I was doing my dad's favorite dad jokes, and I go, all right, my favorite is when we're all waiting to sit down for dinner, and we're waiting for my dad. We're like, can we go ahead? And he goes, don't call me a goat head. and then Nicole lost her fucking mind.
I wanted this. You said your dad's favorite dad jokes, and I'm picturing like a late '90s infomercial, which is like 101 best dad jokes from Carl Goss, featuring such classics as "Did you get a haircut? No, I got them all cut."
And let's all say grace. Grace.
Are there like conservative Muslim dad jokes?
You know?
Is your dad ever like, yeah, don't lose your head like a gay person in our home country? I think your dad's Borat.
There is no joke that doesn't end with the Jews as a punchline.
I knew that was coming.
Wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah, dude.
Tom, your dad reminds me when I met him twice, I think. And every time I met him, he's reminded me of one of the like Harvard professors who got fired for giving their students DMT or whatever.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's fucking perfect. You know, like when you're a kid and your dad yells at you, he's using his dad voice. There's a very particular dad voice where you're like, oh shit,
Yes.
I gotta go take out the fucking trash now.
Yeah.
You know, I was at Tom's house and your brother didn't clean the room. Your brother needed to clean his room, and Carl Goss shouting at him made me like I almost pissed my pants like I was 11 years old and I wasn't even in trouble.
Oh, he's got like an intense ass dad.
Oh yeah. No. Like he was like, I cleaned it last week. It hasn't been cleaned since we fucking moved in here. Get up there and grab a vacuum, shithead. It was like, whoa, fuck.
My dad doesn't have a dad voice. I mean, he's a very calm, like jokey
Chill
guy.
as fuck, yeah.
But when he is mad, he is fucking mad.
Oh,
and that goes for anybody. If you piss him off, he'll fucking start not at anybody. He'll just start like throwing shit and stuff. But he's like a genuinely sweet person. I'm kind of the same way where I get mad. Everyone's like, "Oh, let's go talk about Cold Stone or something."
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
mad. There was that week where we used to call you the rape punisher.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You would just constantly appear near manholes that were like fogging. You know, those like manholes that steam. And Tom would just appear from behind it to attack. I'm going to say his name.
Yeah, bleep that out.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh, man, the man punisher. All right, well, yeah, we're all fired up. Let's get into the Mean Boys mailbag.
It's a mean boys mailbag. Fuck everything. God is dead. Send us an email or give us a call. Have you ever heard the one about keeping the dog? It's a motherfucking mean boys mailbag.
And that's where the jingle just went.
Hell yeah.
You've heard the jingle, right, Rams?
Oh, yeah. It's a really good jingle.
Yeah, Andrew Hillary, big ups.
I'm truly jealous of the Mean Boys fans because they're resourceful and they have nothing to do with their lives.
Oh, they got nothing but time, baby. I'm just like, could someone do a bird's nest, but instead of being made out of cigarettes, it's a cigarette brand? Like, yeah, dude, fucking the Big Meek did that shit in like 3 hours. Wow.
Here's every Mean Boys fan. I haven't had a job in 9 years, but by the way, guys, I whittled this perfect wood, sculpture of Keith Carey, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm living on permanent disability from getting fired from a wood shop, but I did make you guys a desk.
I know I've said this once, and I'll say it again, and I love it. Every single time I see a Mean Boys fan, my first thought is, of course.
Yeah.
It's funny when we're doing our shows like on the road, you know, and we're like waiting for people to show up. Every time we see a skinny white dude walk up with a big curvy girlfriend, we're like, that's one of ours, and we're always right. We're never wrong.
Shout out to the two guys who showed up to the clubhouse to see me go up. And sorry once again for giving you the wrong time of the show, so you missed my set. But you guys were fucking rad.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
I forgot your names.
They just showed up for a meet and greet with Tom Goss.
Yeah, I forgot your names. It was something normal and something hilarious. It was like Charlie and Spuds or something like that. But I know that
You were approached by a canceled Nickelodeon show.
I know that's not it, but you guys were super fucking cool.
There's some people. You talk to a zillion people on stage. And certain people just stick with you. There was this pair of lesbians in fucking Tacoma, Washington. Big fat like Walmart scooter like fucking white trash lady, and then just slightly less fat, gnarly, could beat the shit out of anybody, like Mohawk black chick, and they were a lesbian couple. The big white bitch had a cane, and their names were Silky and Phaedra. And I laughed. I did 45 minutes about Silky and Phaedra. Just hardcore bitches. They were awesome.
I love that they both sounded like a Dove chocolate. Silky and Phaedra.
Oh yeah. I'm like, you guys should be some kind of morning radio team.
Silky and Phaedra. So good, dude.
All right. So Horatio Von Zipper writes, how do you tell when she's just not that into you? Interesting. How do you know when you've been shot down?
Pepper spray is fair.
Pepper spray. Yeah.
You know, I've never had that issue. I feel like I can always.
What a charming remark.
No. Meaning, like, I've never been like, is she not into me? I feel like I've never been surprised by a woman being into me.
I was about to say, if you're like a normal human being, with like any kind of self-awareness, you know when a girl, because girls, we're like crazy, and if we like you, like we're fucking replying to your text within 3 seconds, we let you know, like, you know when a girl's into you. If you have any doubt that she's into you, she's not.
I heard one piece of useful advice. Tell me if this works. If this would work with you, Nicole.
You just broke 1,000 fat, sweaty hearts, Nicole.
Tell me if this would work with you, because this is a
honesty
piece of advice
comes from love.
My broadcasting hero Adam Carolla once gave, and I thought it was good. Where he basically said, if you want to find out if a chick is into you, and you talk to her on a regular basis, you bring up something like, let's say, I don't know, what fucking movie's out right now? Oh, 8th grade.
Black Panther.
Okay, that movie was out 4 or 5 months ago.
Still out. It's on DVD. Still
you
out.
go, hey, you know what movie seems great? If it comes in a casual conversation, you go, I want to see that movie 8th grade. And if she goes,
I want to see it too.
oh yeah, I'd love to see that movie. I want to see it too. Then she's into you.
Yeah.
If she goes, yeah, I heard it was good, then you're watching 8th Grade alone.
That's a pretty
I
damn
never
good
thought about
litmus
that.
test.
That's a good move.
You
That's
know?
a good move, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm kind of opposed to moves on a whole, but I think in terms of like if you are
Well,
like
that's not a creepy
Although
move.
if
That's
I'm,
not a creepy
if
move, I
I'm
don't think.
friends with them, I would say I want to see it too. Also,
yes. So it depends on the kind
like
of
if
relationship you
Connor or
have.
Tom was like, I want to see 8th Grade, I'd be like, oh, I want to see it too. Let's go.
Yeah, and I think that. So I think it all depends on the kind of person, the kind of relationship you have with this person preceding it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Because I do think like having like the guys who have their move with the girl. Like I think there are certain moves that it's like if you are just dipping your toe into flirting with people and learning how to do it, I think it's acceptable to have kind of a loose structure in place, you know, and
Yes.
like shit that like agreed upon non creepy behavior to sort of like feel it out. So I think that's definitely a. I think it's a good move. I like that.
Yeah. Typically, to answer the question, I just assume no one is into me, and it saves you a lot of headache.
Man, me and Keith were doing a Tom Goss like flirting
Oh God,
boot camp.
we got to do that on the show.
Oh yeah, I mean, so it was. I was like, okay, Tom, I'll be a cute. We give him a scenario, and then I'll be the girl, and then
So
like
funny.
you know, like Tom has to try to flirt with me. So like, we should do. Are you down to do it right now? We could try one.
If you want to, I guess.
This
yeah,
sounds like
okay.
Connor just
like-
looking for
can
an
we-
excuse to be a cute girl.
Well, we have Nicole. It's so funny when it's like we have Nicole, Connor, and Connor
Connor's
goes,
like,
"Let
I'll
me
be the
cute
girl."
Oh, this is like when we were talking about what Pokemon we were gonna fuck, and we realized we all just assumed we were fucking male Pokemon. It wasn't even like a female Squirtle. It was-
Right.
Nicole, you be a cunty white guy, and I'll be the cute girl. Ramsey, you be Keith.
All right, we're going on the road. So we just did the live Mean Boys podcast in Portland, Oregon, August 9th.
Nice.
Tickets on sale now.
Nice.
The show went great. This girl came with a friend. She'd never heard of it before, but she had a really good time, and she's walking up to you to say that she liked the show.
Okay.
All right, now, Tom, I want you to make something happen here. Nicole, you'll be the Mean Boys fan. Tom, you'll be Tom. And
Okay.
scene.
Wait, are you in this too?
No.
No? Okay.
We're gonna play-by-play narrate this.
Yeah, we'll be.
So
the,
already, I'm going to let you guys know, the listeners. Tom has assumed a strange stance that I can't quite understand. Each foot is pointing a different direction. His shoulders did the strangest move, where they just. What happened was his shoulders dropped, and then he's now forcibly trying to pick them up, and it feels very forced.
yeah, the very idea of hypothetical pussy was broached, and now he's behaving like a 19-year-old trying to buy booze, hoping he doesn't get carded.
Tom has assumed that the body posture of one of those clowns you hit, and then it comes right back up.
It's mostly just my back hurts, but
I know.
I'm sure it's got something. Yeah. Okay.
All right, now he's
I get
ducking and doing a
uncomfortable.
little shadow boxing.
Yeah.
Bitches love shadow boxing.
Just stretching for the conversation.
All right, here we go. Fuck everything. God is dead. The show's over, and now the chick's rolling up. Woo!
Hey, Tom. I'm Jen. I'm Cinnamon Sugar Tits on Twitter. We've tweeted back and forth. You're my favorite meme boy. I really love the lightning.
I'm going
round.
to stop
It's
this
my
right now.
favorite.
Unrealistic. I don't think anyone would say
Also, yeah, Cinnamon Sugar. That seems like a little too tame of a name for a Mean Boys fan. But go ahead.
My name's Devil Gooch, 45.
It's always the numbers with our fans. That's my
I'm okay. I'm
On Pube Salad
I'm
22.
All right, we'll let you start out.
I'm big knife cunt on Twitter. We've tweeted back and forth a few times. I'm the one who sent you that meme. I love you. You're one of my favorite meme
Oh,
boys.
thanks. You enjoy the show?
I love the show. I'm a huge Mean Boys fan. I loved it. I love the lightning round segment, and every time you talk, it cracks me up. I think you're great.
Oh, thank you.
You're well. Do you drink? Do you want to drink?
I don't drink. I got pancreatitis.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. You drink?
I do. do you smoke weed? Do you want to go smoke out back?
Yeah, maybe very little. Yes. Shut up. Let's
Tom flirts with women the way I talk to Chinese liquor store owners who don't understand English that well. Where I'm like, yes, a little bit American Spirit, yellow box.
I thought I wasn't doing that bad this time. That was pretty bad, buddy.
We're out. He got it outside smoking. We're outside smoking a little.
Okay.
And, okay. How long are you in town for?
I don't know. Wait.
he looked at Connor because in a fictional scenario, Connor still handles business.
We gotta bust to Seattle tomorrow, buddy.
Tell tomorrow morning, I think. Yeah.
It sounded like you were saying tell tomorrow morning something. Like tell tomorrow, like pass some information on tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. I leave in the morning.
Do you have a place to crash? Where are you
I don't know. I didn't ask
Nicole's
Connor.
like making it so easy for you. I was doing ones where it was like kind of he had to work for it, but you're just like, hey Tom, do you want to fuck? And you're like, oh yeah, no, I can't drink. I can't.
Look, I thought.
You know the liver, not the other one.
I
but
thought
yeah.
I'd start on level 1, and you did not pass. And it was,
Man, dude, yeah, you're playing the tutorial in the video game, and you just died.
I really think we have to film Tom.
I didn't think I was doing that bad.
there's
with his
literally an
earpiece.
arrow pointing straight to the pussy, going click here, and you're like, where do I click?
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a place that sucks.
Oh well, I mean,
You have a place with socks?
you know my
the
room.
place is bad. Yeah.
My
I'm
roommate's-
sleeping on a table.
My
This fool. Hey, Jen. This fool is stupid. Let's get out of here. I'm her crazy Latina friend. This fool's stupid. Let's get out of here.
Oh, this is a very good obstacle.
That's,
You're gonna have to overcome situations like this in the wild, Tom.
there's the stupid Latina friend.
Hey, what's up? I'm Priscilla.
I am Tom. Nice to meet you.
You look fucking weird, dude.
I agree.
Priscilla, aren't you like a really big fan of Connor? He's over there.
I'm
You
such
should
a
go
huge
say
fan of
hi.
Connor. But this fool's giving me the creep.
Yeah, sorry.
My friend wants to fuck you, fool. Why don't you want to fuck her?
I will if she wants to.
This is still better than any improv show I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, if she wants, we could do that. Yeah.
Hey, fool, you suck, fool. Now I turn to Chris Estrada. Here's the thing. I say we do this. I say we really set Tom up with a girl, and we earpiece him. Here's why I'm saying this. I did recently build
Tom already looks like he's
him.
talking into a Bluetooth headset.
You Cyrano him?
a couple of days ago. I went onto Amazon. I picked up a few items. I learned how to build a wireless transmitter. I really think
Shut the fuck up, Ramsey. Are you smoking meth?
I built it myself. It's not that hard. It's not that
I got a
complicated.
soldering
It works
iron. I got it on Craigslist.
It works
Every
with the
time you end a Ritalin story, you go, it's really freaking me out, man.
Yeah,
And there's no punchline. You're just like, yeah, I built 3 stairs for nothing.
it's one of those things where you go. It's like you know how Connor was talking about, like
It's a
when you
step stool that doesn't move.
when Connor talks about you do like a stereotypical racist thing. I realize sometimes all of my Ritalin stories end stereotypically Ritalin. Where I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then I wrote a 4.5-page single-space legal defense for a parking ticket.
Did you actually do that?
Absolutely did.
I love you, bro.
MLA format, legal citations.
Oh,
mailed
man.
it in.
That's rad.
I'm waiting 4 months. I have to wait 4 months. I check every day the mail. I'm like, did they respond? Damn it.
Ramsey loves like battling bureaucracy. It's his whole shit.
I thought I did better than the one we did where I just kept talking about winter sports.
It would work if the
There was one where
It would
Tom
work
just
if
kept
the
bringing
girl
up
was like-
skiing and shit, and I was like, Tom, did you just watch the Winter Olympics, you goon?
I brought up ice rinks, and Connor goes, why? And I was like, I don't know, I played hockey. I thought it'd be a good in. And then later I was like, oh, she was like going to the mountains, like, oh, are you skiing?
Here's the
and then
problem. It
later I
seems
brought
like-
up scarves, and Connor screams, Tom, stop talking about winter activities. It is July.
Here's the problem. It seems like you're not into her at all. So she's going to be like, but I feel like if she was a huge fan, loves what you do, and she has no sassy Latina friend in the form of Ramsey, you close that deal. She says, hey, my roommates are out of town, and if you need a place to crash, you can come crash.
I think it's just a funny game. I'm not, yeah.
It is a funny game.
No,
So
no.
we're talking to Tom about flirting. We broke down the different parts of his life into 3 tiers. Like, all right, tier 3. You do not talk about being in special ed until date number 5.
Yes, yeah.
All right, tier 2, pancreatitis is a part of your life. It's not exactly fun dinner conversation, and then tier 1 is just like, okay, save some of the animal facts for after they realize that, you're not insane.
It's like sometimes talking to Tom about his game is kind of like what I imagine like DUI schools are to people, where they're like, no drinking and driving, and they're like, all right, but hold up, question. What if I wait like 10 minutes after I drink, so I'm not doing it while I'm driving. It's like, no,
And they're like,
you can't.
good
you
question,
can't,
Charlie.
you can't.
No. All right.
Yeah,
This feels like a question for Ramsey. Can you recommend an audiobook to me? I got one credit on Audible, and I don't know what to use it on.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Interesting. What's a book? Oh, you know what? And I did just finish this. The Christopher Hitchens memoir. The one he...
Hitch 22?
No. He wrote one right as he was dying
Mortality.
called Mortality.
Yeah.
And I just finished reading that book, and it's fucking really, really, really
Man,
good.
this is talk about a riddling conversation. Two dudes just fucking
Talking about the old Hitch dog.
talking about a
man.
hitch dog.
Oh,
Thank
fuck.
God Keith is in here. Whenever Keith
Eli.
is here, he really puts the kibosh on the hitch dog talk. But
I
now
know,
that he's not
yeah,
here. No, that's a great book. I highly
I
recommend
was
it.
dating Jessica and I was listening to you got me into Hitch 22. I was listening to it and she's like, I feel like all the Nazis on the internet are into him, so be careful. And I was like, no, he's cool. You gotta take it with a grain of salt, but he's a good writer.
You know what? He really got me. That book got me to completely stop smoking or vaping or doing anything. Like, I don't do any of that stuff anymore because of reading that book.
Oh yeah,
Because he talks specifically about losing his voice and
Yeah.
how much of an impact he realized that had on him emotionally.
that's my biggest fear is losing my ability to speak.
Yeah, he goes, as soon as I realized I couldn't speak anymore, he's like, I realized I lost the most basic thing that made me an exceptional person.
Yeah.
And I kind of went like, ooh, boy, that's like, it really hit me hard.
That's fucking heartbreaking.
like, he got
you know?
very emotional about
That's
it.
like one of Leonard Nimoy's last tweets is like, I used to smoke, I don't anymore, but if I could change one thing about my life, I never would have. you
Yeah.
know? And you're like, damn.
It's just like I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll still have a cigarette. I'll have a cigarette right after this podcast. But I
Yeah.
stopped like going, like I was smoking, daily. I had a pack of cigarettes. I read that and I just fucking tossed them because it moved me because he's like, everything else was fine. The fucking cancer, the screening, all of it, I felt nothing, puking, constantly swollen. When I started to speak and I had this like high-pitched weird voice, I realized like I lost the one thing that I had that made me an exceptional person. And like he's
Yeah.
like, it was the thing that surprised. So that's a great book. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I love fucking Nixon Land by Rick Perlstein.
I hadn't read it. I heard it's a really fantastic
It's fucking
book.
interesting, man. He does a really nice job of like kind of bringing the into he kind of brings the whole world of the 1970s and the pop culture and everything into the narrative, so it's just a really kind of wonderful snapshot of the crazy time, and you're
Yeah.
like, damn, it's like shit you've kind of heard of, and you're like, oh fuck, yeah, that's like, and he'll be talking about like impeachment proceeding or like riots or whatever, and then he'll go on like there'll be 3 pages about The Shining and about like how that like affected like the national conversation, and it's like, oh shit, it's you kind of see it's very similar to shit that's going on now. It's very interesting.
Yeah, Nixon was undoubtedly such a fucking bizarre dude. So
Oh,
that's a
just
good. That's a good history book.
That's like a fun one to listen to, and you can sound smart for a couple weeks.
Totally.
You know?
The other one I would pitch is 10% Happier by Dan Harris. It's a meditation book. Fucking blew my dicks off. Now I'm zen because of this one.
I know, dude. I enjoy this new phase of our lives where we're embracing some of the corny shit we enjoy.
Oh, dude, I'm so into meditation. I'm like going to sign up for a class. I'm like loving it. I love it.
I did a meditation class.
Did you?
For transcendental meditation.
Ooh,
Yeah.
did you like pay the big bucks for like the well, did you? So here's it. I'm going to ask you really quickly. This is not to go too far off. Did you like transcendental meditation?
I love it.
Great.
I don't do it enough, but I love it. I think it really helps with like depression and shit because I actually do DBT for the diagnosis, the mental diagnosis that I got. I do dialectical behavioral therapy, and I realized like I started doing that like 2 years after I learned TM, and like the way they teach you to be just in life with DBT is the way you're supposed to be in transcendental meditation. It's all about just like letting thoughts like flow, like you're allowed to have thoughts, but you just let them like flow through, like you're supposed to have.
just kind of
like,
being able to observe them without having to
existing
live.
right
Eli
between it.
Sayers.
What up, Eli?
Eli Sayers is in the
Yo,
building.
dude,
No, we're just
yeah.
talking about gay meditation shit.
What's up? Yeah.
Oh, you got to run. Okay, you're just dropping your shit off. Say hi to the Mean Boys listeners.
What's up, Mean Boys listeners? There's some beers for you guys
Oh.
if you want to drink it in the fridge.
God
Not the
bless you.
listeners, the actual Mean Boys and guests. But Red Stripe. This episode is brought to you by a half full pack of Red Stripe.
Wasn't also brought to us by
Damn, dude,
Borax?
I can't wait to go to the fucking reggae show and get fucked up on Red Stripe.
For $25 a month to the Patreon, I'll send you one of these beers one time.
Dude, yeah, that's my move too. When I crash with somebody, you just get a case of beer and all's forgiven. You can stink up the bathroom all you want.
Update, there are 2 Red Stripes.
Nice.
You're welcome to kill them. Nicole, anyone.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't even drink. I don't drink.
Oh, okay.
I don't drink at all, but that move I love so much. Of like, here, I brought 2 beers. I go, God bless you.
Yeah.
I just love the move of being like, I'm done. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to know. It makes me feel like an adult.
I had that one time. I was buying beer for someone we were crashing with, and we hadn't gotten paid for the gig yet, so we were broke. So I was like 8 cents short, and he's like, if it was a Fanta, I could cut you some slack, but like I can't do this with beer. Like I'll get fired. And I was like, oh well,
Bummer.
let me get the shittier beer. All right. Let's
But
see
I'll
what
check
we
out
Anyway,
got here.
yeah, it's great. You should.
I'm a big. I've never tried TM. I want to try TM. But yeah.
I did it because I was really depressed, and my dad heard Howard Stern talk about it.
That's
and
his big
he was
thing.
Like, and he was like,
It's so funny when like kind of gnarly dudes,
Yeah.
like, not to compare us to him, but like a guy like you, Ramsey, who like just loves Craigslist scams, but it's like, oh yeah, well, you need a little inner peace to call people gay on
Yeah.
the fucking
It really
email
is
threads
so
as a
great.
he
fake
talked
Saudi
about
Arabian
how it helped
doctor.
his mom's depression, how he started doing it, and he was like so desperate to try and help me because he didn't know what to do. So he was like, I'll send you to this TM thing.
I do love. I
that's
can't,
very sweet.
I can't get
Yeah.
enough of your father listening to Howard Stern and thinking about you. Like I thought about you while listening to Howard Stern.
Dude, I grew up like with my dad listening to it in the car. Like that's why I'm the way.
I love all of that. I love all of that. That for those of you who are still not on board with the Bard Show, that's the Bard Show's mission statement: is to bring back fucking shock. I'm gonna be a millennial shock jock. That's my entire call to life.
Yeah, I really,
and listen to it with your children in the car.
Yeah, we don't
It makes
have
them
that.
cool. It makes them cool.
If you want them to turn out good eventually,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a rough 15 years, but it'll all pan out at some point in the mid-20s.
We have guys shooting the shit, but we don't have guys, advocating for whip 'em out Wednesdays anymore. And that's where I'm coming in, baby.
All right, it's high beam Thursdays on the Big Ass Ram Dog Show. If you see the high beams on, full out show them your boo.
Let me go ahead and reveal what I'm cooking on right now for the next episode. This is a little preview. Brian Dunkelman, season 1.
Oh, I know, Brian. I roasted Brian Dunkelman.
yeah, that was
Season
great.
1 of American Idol. He hosted with Ryan Seacrest, and he was fired.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He came in looking for apartments back when I was selling apartments in Silver Lake, right? So I got his phone number back then.
What? You were a Silver Lake landlord?
Yeah, I was selling him. This was a brief period. Do you remember this period of my life?
I do,
Connor?
yeah. Well, yeah, Ramsey's had so many hilarious jobs.
Yes, I've
yeah.
never had a job that I've never had a job where they wanted to pay me above the table.
You guys didn't know when I did ad sales for an industrial rug cleaner?
I used to fucking grow medical marijuana in Orange County.
I forgot
fucking
about that one, yeah.
Worked for the Republican Party, and then
I mean, who could forget that?
Yeah, and then But anyways, so I got Brian Dunkelman's number back then. Last week, I texted Brian Dunkelman out of the blue, and I said, "Hey, Brian, it's me, Ramsey. Last week, you agreed to do my podcast. I'm trying to sync you up on what day we can schedule to come in." And he goes, "Yeah, totally, man." And he starts writing me dates, and I go, "I'm totally gonna get him on the podcast."
Oh, hell yeah. I could have just DM'd him. Because he was judging a roast battle I did, and we had a back and forth.
I just had this sneaky suspicion that in L.A., if you text anybody at any point and go, "You agreed to do my podcast last
they'll be
week,"
like,
they'll go,
shit.
"Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, sorry about that."
Dude, that's fucking funny, man.
So I'm going to try to keep getting D-list celebrity phone numbers and just getting them to come do my podcast.
Oh, dude, yeah. Ramsey just pops Adderall and fucking guesses email address. Oh, let's see what we do with Brian.Dunkelman@gmail.com. All right, would you guys ever do a live show overseas? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if we wouldn't lose a ton of money.
Yeah, if we-
absolutely. We
some-
want to. We
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to.
You know what? John at Harvell's was
He
telling
keeps saying Mean Boys would be great in Japan.
me- He claims...
Probably right. I don't know.
He claims some woman he knows who runs a burlesque show out there in Japan, saw your guys' joke off and was like, this would play huge over here.
Your guys'
Absolutely.
podcast is kind of like a podcast form of one of those ridiculous
Japanese
Japanese
game show.
commercials.
It is kind of, yeah. We
Yes.
sort of do
Yeah.
emotionally what they do with fried food contests and
Yeah.
bikini
What
models.
a great pitch, dude. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
It's
That's
just like
absolutely
someone
true.
randomly throws a fried shrimp and
Yes.
then
Yes.
It's
there's
like
a
Fear
bear
Factor, but with
and then
deep-seated
there's a-
insecurities and shit about kids getting beheaded.
I've always described us as verbal jackass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Verbal Jackass is good. I would say it's Impractical Jokers, except instead of
Never seen
joking,
that.
you're impractically pointing out each other's insecurities.
Yeah. I don't know if it's been asked, but which of the Mean Boys needs to get queer-eyed the most, Tom?
Tom, no.
Although Tom has been queer eyeing himself a
he
little
has
bit.
been.
I'm telling you, dude. When I saw
on
Tom
the
the other day,
come
it really like turned something gay in me. I was like, he's good. Tom's a good-looking dude.
Tom has gotten to a point which I never thought you would get to. Just no fault of your own. This is part of the thing that makes you a great person. But you've started to dress nice, not because you care, but because I think that you're just like you're annoyed with having to deal with other people commenting on it or whatever. So you've started to kind of put together some more less outlandish outfits where you're not wearing like Walmart jeans, a hockey jersey, and purple Reeboks that are 7 years old.
I'm still just wearing things that people have given to me. So in that sense,
you guys are all kind of on the come up right now. Like you guys are all like stepping up your game fashion. I feel like this house, they could queer eye this house.
They could queer eye the house.
Teach you how to cook some food. I doubt food is ever cooked in that kitchen.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah, the only person that's really on top of everything is Opie. He's got nice outfits. He does like meal prep and shit. You know?
I'm pretty close.
You're good. Yeah, you do have it. You got a nice wardrobe.
You guys
got a
could
nice
be
fucking-
Opie-eyed.
I dress nice. I got good haircuts. I'm fine.
Yeah, I got the food. I'm still lagging on. I just haven't had time to cook this month. But yeah, I've kind of upgraded my wardrobe. I got a kind of a new steez I've been fucking with that I've been enjoying.
Man's upped it up. I think we could queer eye Keith, and it's not so much. Keith just has certain habits. Certain habits where I'm like, we could queer him. We could queer him
he's
up.
gross.
Well, I'm like, Keith, maybe I just
him.
picture the queer eye guys being like, so after the green shake, it doesn't make sense to drink a Red Bull and smoke a cigarette. Well, have you thought about maybe walking instead?
Have you thought about a cold brew micro shot and a power walk around the block?
Here's why queer
And he's like, counter offer: 3 cigarettes, no green shake.
I just see them queer eyeing his dick. Like, you have a big dick. Like, have that big dick confidence and give it a little groom around.
Yeah, it needs a little bit more curb appeal.
Moisturize, you know.
I actually would queer eye Keith just to get him out there on the gay market more, because the man deserves to be out there a little bit more.
He's in a relationship
he's
right
booed
now.
up
he's
now.
locked down.
He is locked down, but hey, put a couple of bookmarks in some gay assholes. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when Keith goes single again and just starts fucking everything that moves, it's always a funny 3 weeks.
I have a question, Nicole. As a woman, do you guys do? Because as dudes, when we're in relationships, we do bookmark women a little bit, where it's like, I'm in a happy relationship right now, but if things go to hell, I'm gonna call this one. Do you have the version of that as a woman?
I've never been in a relationship long enough to do that. Like, I'm always still in the honeymoon phase when they dump me or cheat on me or break my heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't answer that.
Yeah, you kind of have like a stable.
Also,
where
I'm
you
not
just-
hot enough just to have like a lineup of like, well, if this one doesn't work out, I'll take
You're not
him.
confident.
So many
You're not-
dudes were hitting on you last night.
Yeah.
What?
You're not,
Yeah.
Nicole. You're not
Nobody
confident
hit on
enough
me.
to have
They
a
were like-
lineup.
they
You
were-
just don't. You talk yourself out of achieving anything
No-
Yeah.
sexually. You
Nope.
know.
Nobody was hitting on me. They were just.
Here's how hardly I disagree with you. I'm agreeing with Connor right now. I'm leaning on his chair.
In the
Yeah.
least
Okay.
creepy way, I want to say this to you, Nicole. I think you're a good 10. You know, you got it in you.
Stop.
I'm not saying. No, I'm saying you're. You know, I think you sell yourself short. You're a great comic. You wield great power on stage. You're very good looking. You got it, girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got. I've been
Let's
trying to.
queer eye her.
This is really like Nice Boys episode 2.
I'm trying to get this bitch to believe in her damn self.
I
you
know.
Yeah, you're wonderful, you stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
See, now it feels more.
You know what?
Guys.
Let's queer eye Nicole. Let's queer eye.
Yeah.
I've been saying for the longest time I need to be queer-eyed.
We should do
true.
queer eye where just Keith shows
Well,
up to
that's
people's houses.
you kind of already have been because the only guys that want to hang out with you are gay. So
Yes.
I say we do a queer eye where Keith shows
Build
up
me
to your
up
house.
just to cut me down and expand it.
Keith shows up to your house to show how actually good you're doing.
I think it would be fun to do a queer eye where people show like people doing well how fun it is to live like a scumbag for a little while.
Wait,
Just a
can we
little
do
bit.
a queer eye where the mean boys just show up to my house and like shit on my wardrobe and like clean
Oh, that's
my house?
funny. Yeah. Mean eye? I like it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
dude, the mean eye for the friend guy.
Yeah, I like it. That's really fun.
yeah,
For
yeah.
the mean eye for the girl that looks like a guy.
It's a good point. Here's why I think it could be valuable is I do think you guys showing up and making fun of people is a quicker way to get them to change than to tell them they're beautiful.
Oh, dude. Well, yeah. When someone lights you up for something, and you just know in your heart they're right, you're just like, well, I can't do that. You
Dude,
know?
that's why roast battle kind of made me get my shit together. Like, I lost a lot of weight at one point, and like all that stuff, just because like I started doing roast battle and got all these fat and ugly jokes, and I was like, wow, I was not aware. And then I was like, I better do something about this.
The one thing the Mean Boys crew would need in that scenario is one black guy to specifically point out how somebody's pants fit. Because this is a thing I've realized recently. The worst burn you could ever get is a black dude telling you your pants don't fit right.
Oh yeah,
These tight ass pants.
I run
motherfucker.
my outfits by Opie because I think we have the most similar fashion aesthetic
Absolutely.
of the house. And when I get a lukewarm response, I'm just broken inside. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not going to be able to get hard this week. You know?
If Opie tells you your pants don't fit right, it's over for you.
Yeah. Nicole, why don't you gotta fucking your prize. You know, fucking.
I mean, this,
you should feel that way. Like, I don't know if you want. I don't know. Like, we talk about it a little bit. You're not trying to get plugged up left and right, but if you want to celebrate with some D, you can make that happen. There's plenty of nice young men that would fucking love to hang out with you.
I know I could get laid. That's not a problem because, like, any girl could get laid.
Mm.
If I were a single man and I hadn't already exposed you to all of my vulnerabilities, I would totally try to pick you up. Not even to get laid. I would take you out on a date.
Thanks, Ramsey.
No problem.
Yeah, no, there's there's
what a horrible consolation price.
A lot of
Did
dudes.
you say thanks, Brandon?
No, she said thanks, Ramsey. But it's like a
I
whole.
said Brandon.
It's like, hey, you should feel better. A 5'6" hairy Arab would love to take you out. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You just have to get his father to give his father an ox, and then bada bing, bada boom. You're at Buca de Beppo.
Can you develop scoliosis?
Can he develop it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tom's changing the subject.
Oh no, sorry.
He's
Yeah,
not-
you're great.
Tom's uncomfortable because we had a lot of
Thank you, guys.
heartfelt moments here. And
Do you want a relationship right now? Or do you want to just be single and kind of like?
God, I don't know. It varies from day to day. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not in a relationship, right? But then, like, sometimes when it's late at night and I'm sad and I just want to be held, or like,
I get that. Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's like I do all the good things in my life when I'm single, but it's like sometimes you're just like. I'm kind of just chilling. It's like, it'd be nice to, it's just snuggling. I just like to snuggle.
Yeah, I just want to be held
Huzzah.
and watch
Inside.
Netflix and,
You know-
have someone to talk about my problems with.
I was briefly single for a couple of weeks, and I got I got back together with my girlfriend and I realized it's truly nice to have somebody to hang your resentment onto. Because when she was gone, I was just realizing, oh no, it's me.
You need an emotional dumpster.
Yeah.
That never like, they're always like, well, yeah, open up to me about your day. And I'm like, I don't want to relive it. I'm just trying to riff on your problems.
But
That's kind of what I like to do.
It's really nice to look at somebody and go, if you weren't here, I'd be further. Because when she's not there, it's just a mirror going, you fucking piece of shit.
You got to make something happen. It's just you, man.
It's just you who's not making you go further. So anyways, love you, Paige. She's never gonna listen. That's why I'm so open about this.
Oh man, yeah. No, everyone would be cool about tweeting her about that.
Oh, she's the best. She'll be fine with that.
Paige rules, man.
She knows the character I assume on this podcast.
And I think I would just like to skip straight to like the being comfortable in a relationship. I hate like the.
You want to go right to peeing with the door open.
Yeah, I don't want. Well, maybe not that comfortable, but like. I don't
wanna
like,
shit
I don't
on
like
his
the whole like going, and a lot of people think this part's the exciting part, but going on the first date and the second date and like,
It's like,
does he like me and is he gonna text me back and like fucking still trying to like act like you're a normal person and
That
not
part
a
blows.
big crazy bitch. I hate that.
Yeah.
Just let's just I don't know.
It's all shit. So get married.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Ugh.
I'm getting
See,
married.
that's the thing too. Is I don't even think I want to get married. So why do I want a relationship? But I want someone to. I wanted them to just fuck me. But I don't want to marry them.
I've turned a hard corner. I'm getting married so quickly. As soon as I can, I'm getting married.
Really?
I swear to God, I'm getting married. I'm gonna have a kid.
I
Just
don't
assuming
see
Paige is cool
I
with
just don't see the point anymore. Like, if you're gonna be together forever, just be together forever. Why do you have to like be like, here's a contract?
Give yourself
Be with
somewhere
me
to go.
forever.
Nicole, are you a man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nicole, are you a pop punk lead singer?
I also never want kids, so I just feel like marriage is kind of like
Yeah,
why?
but you get your don't rob yourself of the pleasure of someday going, ugh, I hate my husband. That's a fucking sweet pleasure that I think that people are underrating, these damn millennials. I can't wait.
I want to
Ramsey's
kill my
biggest
husband to the moon.
Your
Whatever
biggest
your name's
fantasy
gonna
is
be.
just like airing your grievances at a diner, like with somebody. Just like
I cannot
Although,
wait.
the idea of being like an old couple at a diner does sound very nice, and
Yes.
just hating everyone and being like, "Did you fart or was that me?"
Can I tell you what?
oh yeah.
What the sweet part about marriage to me, it's not the part where you go, oh, I love you forever. It's the part where you go, we've now legally become an entity, And now it's become a thing of like, all right, you do this, I do that, you do. When you're in a relationship, it's a lot of like, I got to be on my own and also like impress this person. But when you're married, it becomes
You're just like a team.
The best part about marriage is delegating.
Yeah. Tell me about Nicole. How amazing would your life be if somebody did your laundry because you went and grabbed
I end
groceries?
up doing the laundry. That's the No, the guys
Well, the
I
kind of
date,
guys you date. Yeah,
I
yeah.
do the laundry and the grocery shopping.
I do
and
expect
fuck
you to
them
run all
and-
your suitors by me because I think you need an impartial eye for this shit.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot. I've been doing this bit where I'm an AA recovery counselor to people, and I'm going to do it to you right now, Nicole.
Okay.
Yeah, so you think you have a guy problem, but in my opinion, you have a Nicole problem.
I mean,
That was a very visual bit, but
Yeah.
you know, check out Bart Show
as
this week.
funny
I'll do
as
it.
that
Bad
is,
with his
it's
hands.
probably true.
What?
As funny as that is, it's probably true.
Yeah, it's something
It's,
that I've read a lot of recovery books since I started Ritalin, and I truly have. I'm
That's
not
the
kidding.
thing. You
Glad
can't.
you're reading.
I read a lot of recovery
You
books.
can't blame other people for your problems. This episode of Mean Boys has been a lot of is this a self-help podcast?
I love
now?
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this
That's
episode.
fun,
This
man.
is
Does anyone
fun.
else have a hurt back?
I do. My shoulders,
Yeah.
my neck. Are we still going to that pool party?
Oh, we're going to the damn pool party.
All
We should
right.
probably we should wrap this one up.
Yeah, man, this was
Been
fun.
a long,
Was
fun
it-
episode.
Yeah. What do we? And the show will get. It'll be more focused on it now that I'm done with all my fucking jobs and shit. I've been kind of thumbing it in all month, so I apologize to the listeners. Anyone have anything they want to plug?
Let me say this: Connor's roast battle against Keith was fucking. I know that you guys probably didn't toot your horn here, Connor, but
It was great.
Oh,
That
thank you
was-
very much, buddy.
legendary. I cannot emphasize. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It blew me away because you guys literally did something where I'm like, I just in a million years couldn't imagine how quickly you guys snapped into like not being phased, fucking being in the moment, having these great jokes. Literally, put it this way for the Mean Boys listeners: on a night where the Sklar brothers battled themselves, and a night where fucking Todd Barry went up against Brendan Walsh, Connor and Keith had the best battle.
Stole the show.
They stole the show. It was so fucking
And not
great.
even just because their dicks were out.
Not
That
even
was
because
just
their
a-
dicks were
That
out.
was just a
Very
bonus.
much.
You sons of bitches really impressed me.
It
So,
was really fun. I'm happy. I'm excited for people to see it.
so I would
think
like
it's
to
coming out
plug
soon.
that. I want to plug that,
Thanks,
and
bud.
also the Bard Show every Wednesday. Also, now is not the time. August 19th at Gold Diggers.
Hell yeah! August 9th, Mean Boys in Portland at the Big Legrowski, and August 10th, we're doing a triple decker stand up show at Jai Tai in Seattle, Washington. Those will be a lot of fun. And I got more dates, but I'll plug them closer to the time. What do
Yeah, I'm gonna plug my shit later. Besides August 5th, 6th, and 7th, I believe. Fuck, definitely 5th and 6th. Come on out to DeChico's in Clovis, California. I'm headlining. I'm doing the anniversary show there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah,
Do you guys have fans in Orange County?
Yeah.
If you guys, I'm featuring for Gene Pomp at the Rec Room on August 1st, which I believe is Wednesday. So
Oh hell yeah!
if you want to come through?
Yeah, that'll
come
be
through
tomorrow
that.
night when this drops. So go
Yeah.
fucking see the bar dog.
Dope. I mean, watch my battle when it comes out
Watch
versus
both of
Joe
theirs,
Urell.
Fantastic.
It was a
phenomenal.
really fucking
A
great
star
time.
was born.
But and then I think on August 10th I'll be in Sacramento at the Gay Weight Show, and on fucking God damn it, I don't remember. I have dates in August and September. Follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, follow
at
Nicole
Nicole
on Twitter.
Becannon,
No,
and
yeah.
We'll
I'll
retweet them
tweet
on the
it
Mean
out
Boys
for
page.
sure.
And not to
Just
suck Nicole's
remind
dick
me.
too much here. The reason why I didn't bring up her battle is I wasn't there. Here's the thing about Nicole. You guys have to understand with the roast battle, they only let a couple of people who are like not already huge headliners do it.
Yeah.
That's how badass Nicole is. So
Yeah.
if you, when it comes out, fucking watch the shit out of that. Nicole's incredible.
it's a murderous battle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be so. I can't wait to see it. I'm sad I missed it.
Yeah, and Joe's great. He has cerebral palsy. He also fucking killed it. He's also coming out with a special. Check
Yeah,
that
it'll
out.
be a
Not
lot of
special.
All that shit.
Yeah.
And hey, on the next episode, hopefully we'll all be in a bad mood.
Yeah.
We can get back to our roots.
My back hurts.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
folks.
Da.
Fuck
everything. God is
dead.
Oh, shit.